Today, we review 25-26 SP Game Used, which could be the best edition yet, reveal the NHL's worst chirpers, I get butthurt about losing out on a card, and a whole lot more. Welcome back to episode 367 of the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast.
It's your friendly neighborhood hockey-loving goofballs. Welcome to the Gong Show.
Hello, Baba Louie. Hello, Philip. How are you, boys?
Hey.
What's going on? Good over here?
Yeah. We're recording before the big game. Everyone's afraid of getting sued by the Super Bowl. First, you have the NHL Hall of Fame that likes to sue everyone, of course.
Yeah.
And now the Super Bowl. So everyone's got to say big game. But I'm going to say Super Bowl. Wait, hold on. Hello? Oh, okay. Those are lawyers. We just got sued.
Well, we have no money. Checks in the mail.
So it's for what?
So exactly, can you provide some context? I'm a little out of the loop.
If you look at any sort of marketing that wants to reference a Super Bowl, like let's say you are a potato chip manufacturer.
Okay.
Where on Sunday, the day of the Super Bowl, that would be a good day to maybe promote buying your potato chips.
Mm-hmm.
They can't mention Super Bowls like, hey, get your hot flaming Cheetos for the Super Bowl unless they pay the Super Bowl to do that. And so they will replace the word Super Bowl with the big game. Mm-hmm. You'll see that a ton in advertising.
Why is the NFL being so petty?
Oh, they're not the only ones, bro. Even the NBA. The NBA has the finals. So when you talk NHL, you have to say NHL final. You can't say the finals.
All those dystopian movies about corporations ruling the world are kind of coming true, right? 1984. I prefer a Brave New World myself. I'd be a Soma kind of guy. But it looks like we're going 1984.
Are you guys doing anything to watch the Super Bowl?
No. I don't even know who's in it. Seahawks and
Patriots.
Patriots.
What? The New England Patriots?
Mm-hmm. Welcome to 2026, Phil.
Oh my goodness!
Glad to have you.
Yeah,
I'm a Bills fan. I don't know. I don't pay attention to anything else.
Are we doing anything, Josh? Are you coming over?
I'm going to my nephew's birthday party.
Oh, it sounds fun.
Yeah. Oh, he's awesome.
Okay, then I'm not doing anything.
Happy birthday, Bennett. Well, maybe we'll do Slap Sharks later because I have to sell a whole bunch of cards and I already referenced being butthurt, and let's be honest, it's all about me. But I had a big card purchase on Thursday night during Slap Sharks.
We're talking about this? This is a thing?
I guess.
Yeah, I want to.
I guess. See why he was getting mad at me for not telling us when we were ready because he has like 10 minutes of things he wants to do, and I didn't know that.
I have a lot to say about me. Thank you very much. It's all about me on this show. Have you guys realized that yet? Come on.
The handsome thing, I mean, that's a bit out of control. Yeah.
I can't help if everyone thinks I'm ridiculously good looking.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about my card. So we were on Slab Sharks, and all week there was one card that when I saw it in the auction, I immediately was hobby lusting after. I wanted it real bad. And I had a backup. And this card that I wanted...
There's your backup.
There's my backup. That's the one I won, but that's not the funny part about this. The card I really wanted was a 2013 Select Crosby Gold Prism PSA 10. Very beautiful card. I don't spend a lot of money on cards, right? I mean, typically, like I buy Phil calls himself a dolphin. There's hobby whales. I'm more of a itty bitty minnow / krill.
You're a crustacean.
I'm a crustacean in the hobby.
Well, hey, Josh, let's see how this went down. I got how this went down.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy,
Josh.
On the scale of 1 to 10, how big? Oh Jesus!
Oh, I got crushed.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You guys understand that 1,500 US is the top sale ever for this card?
Unreal.
Well, it was.
Great comment there by Neeler, who I missed because I was in a fog at that point. So I completely missed that very nice comment by him. Yeah, so the card that I was really, really excited to get was this 2013 Panini Select Gold Prism PSA 10. Had never sold any copy for more than $1,500. And of course, goes, what is that, 3.5 times? I mean, this is, again, if you're not selling your cards in Slab Sharks, you're crazy, because this is the crap that happens to people like me. And we've all had it happen. Nobody started GoFundMe. Well, you can, but you don't have to.
Well, I won't stop you, but
And it just sucked because I was like, okay, I'm gonna go all in. And what I told myself too is that I can't drop. I bid $3,000. So I bid double the most ever paid for this card.
I consider a mega bid 3 times. I consider mega bid maybe 3 to 4 times the last comp. You know,
The most paid ever? I'm saying the most paid. The
I'm
highest.
just you can't put the word mega and not have it be a gargantuan thing. You could say I put in a ridiculous offer that should have no doubt acquired this card. I wouldn't say double is a mega bid. I wouldn't say that. My opinion.
Well, I told you after, and I think you agreed with me. Had this card been at the expo, and let's say somebody had a $5,000 price tag on it, and I said, "Hey, dealer," it'd probably be Steve Angel. Let's just admit it.
Steve does have this card for
He does?
sale for $5,500.
Crap. Now it's really expensive.
Yeah,
Now it is. Yeah.
and that was his price for someone not to buy it at 6 months ago. This card,
That was like 5,000 CAD though, I'm sure, right?
5,000
not
CAD.
US. Okay.
And that was his price for someone to not buy the card. So if you offered 3,500, he probably would have sold it to you for like 4.
Yeah, I would have totally got it. But that's the power of the auction, right? Is that sometimes cards go for a little bit less, and other times they catch fire, and there was a lot of bids. And so, but I did have a backup. So the card I got, which we already kind of showed, which was the 2012 Blue Prism Crosby PSA 10, that's numbered out of 25, ended 2 minutes later. So I did not have a lot of time to lick my wounds.
But
And
you had
went
something to tell yourself in your head to make you feel better.
I'm smart enough. I'm good enough. And
No,
gosh,
I'm
darn
none of
it,
those things. I'm just good
people
looking.
like me.
And so I bid 3,500 CAD, and it went for like 34, 38. And so I end up getting a card. Now, of course, I might end up at Baba Louie's tonight because I have to go through a lot of cards to pay for this now. Because like with taxes and shipping to Phil's house, and it was like 3,000 US. By far the most I've ever. I don't think I've spent more than $1,000 on a card. So now, is that Dolphin territory 3,000, Phil?
Of course.
Is that not?
I think anything consistently over $1,000 is Dolphin. I hope. I mean, I don't want to be a crustacean.
No.
And here's how I justified my backup card to myself. I said self. Well, in a way, maybe. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments. But
No,
maybe
this
the
is your feel-good
2012 is
story.
a smart, quote unquote, smarter purchase, even though I like the looks of the 2013 a little bit better, because in the hobby hierarchy of preference, it seems like that the first year Prism seemed to, which sort of makes sense, follows the first year thing, have a little bit more esteem. So even though this one's out of 25, it is a first year. And then you look at the first year gold Prism is sold for like 20 grand US, which is crazy. So I'll never own that card. But
How much of a
Never
premium
say
do you
never.
think? How much of a premium do you think you ended up paying for the PSA 10? What's like the last? Do you know anybody that's gotten this for a raw price?
I don't know. I think a lot of them are graded. I believe that 12 of the 25 are graded by PSA.
Okay.
And who knows how many are graded by Beckett, because Beckett was a bigger thing back then. I'm looking it up right now on the fly
Okay.
here, because that's a very interesting question.
Someone who was watching our I'm not going to tell you the price, but someone who was watching bought one in Canada recently raw for a considerable amount less. But it
Well,
was
tell
raw.
me the price, because now I want to know.
600.
CAD?
Yeah. Yeah, it was drop the puck cards on Instagram.
Oh, Seth?
Oh, Seth.
Oh, is that Seth? Seth Allison? Yeah. That was him. Yeah, Seth got it for Seth. Yeah, but listen, that's not your fault. Seth is his finger is on the pulse
Oh,
always.
he's the Prism guy.
Yeah,
Like, he's one
so
of
if
the
there's-
biggest.
That's as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's an enigma. I mean, to get that under 1,000 anywhere is crazy, right?
So I paid 2,500 US, like 2,510, right?
Mm.
The prior sale was September 15, 2024 for $13.20. That was a PSA 10. Then $2,000 even US for a PSA 10 in August of 2024. Then there was a $150 best offer in 2024 for an authentic one. And
There's
then a
only
raw
20
copy, $363 US in July 2023.
Listen, there's only 25 of them. You did good. You did good. Do you have any buyer's remorse right now?
No, because I've stuck my head in the sand since Thursday, and I haven't gone through the cards and figured out which ones I have to sell yet.
Everything's
And so
fine. Josh, what's the matter? Nothing, Jenny. Leave me alone.
I'm going to be sad because I'm going to have to sell cards I like, but that's okay. Okay, enough about me. I know it's all about me. But, all right. Well, what else do we... Oh, we got a couple other announcements quick. Oh, Reloaded. Not a ton of boxes left, so go to gongshowreloaded.com to pick them up. One thing I realized we haven't done is kind of highlight some of the cards. And so until it's sold out going forward, I figure each episode I'm going to highlight one of the chase cards and one of like the regular cards, right? Because we're not just all about the chase cards. We're really proud of all 250 cards in the set. And one of my favorites, not a player IPC, but I just think is an amazing card in the chase card highlights, is the Connor McDavid 23-24 Ultimate Collection. It's a gold autograph out of 15. What makes the card, though, is he's in his Heritage Classic Oilers uniform.
Yeah,
where they had the brown breezers or hockey pants. We don't have to debate that again. And the brown gloves. Great auto. I just think this is an amazing card. And congrats to whoever gets this one.
Yeah, we don't have to debate it. Just don't call them hockey pants. Say they're breezers, and we're
there.
good.
We go.
That's fine. You guys win every time. It bothers you, so we can call them breezers. No
Okay,
problem.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're
See, you
Americans.
complain long enough and you just wear fill out. That's what we've learned on the show. The normal card category, I wouldn't call this a normal card. I think this is kind of amazing. It's a 2008-09 Upper Deck SPX, Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, and Jean Beliveau. Winning trios. It's jersey swatches out of 99, but they're game used. You don't see too many cards with this combo with game used memorabilia, so I think it's pretty cool.
Looks like a Leaf card almost. Looks like the emblems of the jersey here were tried to.
Yeah,
But, I mean, it's not a Leaf card. I get it. It's SPX card. It's got that vibe to it. Yeah.
Still pretty cool though. So there's a couple cards there. Again, go to gongshowreloaded.com, pick up your boxes. When you open them, send us your hits because we like to live vicariously through you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Phil, what happened on Friday Nights with Phil? You had a very entertaining episode. For anyone that hasn't watched it yet, why don't you fill us all in?
I want to talk about that Crosby really quick. Can I bring that up? Because you got to talk about your card.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a Seismic Gold 2014-15 Sidney Crosby that sold yet last month, January 5th or 6th. I'm not kidding. I was in my office, clicked new listings, Crosby, Platinum, nothing comes up. I go out to my driveway, I snowblow, I shovel, I go check the mail. I went to Canadian Tire, I came back, and I click new listings, nothing. Later that evening, someone messaged me, "Oh my God, Phil, are you the one who bought it?" I said, "Bought what?" A PSA 9 Sidney Crosby was posted and sold with it, like, I don't know, must have been within the hour for, was it $9.95 American?
Yes.
I value and respect this move, but it's as being the guy who wants that card, the exact same PSA 9 certification number 2 days ago, 3 days, if I'm ignoring the fourth wall here, is on eBay for $2,700. So over double. Now,
Yeah.
I understand. Listen, you beat me to the punch. I understand the entrepreneur mindset. I thought I did really good. I didn't mention anything about knowing that that's the exact same card. That's my problem. Tough poop for me. I offered $2,000, which I think is a massive overpay for an off-centered Crosby, but I'm nervous and I want it, and I've wanted it for a while now. And he responded with $2,200 and you got a deal. Couldn't do it. I cannot let you make almost $1,000 on that. My ego will not let me say yes. So I decided not to. Super nice guy. I get it. I respect it. I don't like it though.
And wreck the comps even more.
Well, he has 2 PSA 10s. So let's not be silly. He gets a high comp for a PSA 9. His 10s look better. I get it. Listen, shoot your shot, brother. I understand. That is something in our hobby that has been normalized, though, and that is a gouge. As a business owner, that is not savvy. That is just you got me by the nuts, and I took my nuts out, and I said no problem. So I said $2,000 is my limit, and normally I would have paid the $2,200, but I did not. I chose not to.
You're gonna leave out what he told you?
I'd rather not say. No, I don't want because he's a good account. He's a nice person, and okay. I don't. There's no reason to dwell here. So I'm just
take the high road, Philip.
Dude, I do a lot. You know I do a lot. I'm just okay.
Yeah, so, but Phil's like the mountain climber in Price is Right. And he'll drop off at him.
I'll go to 12 fast. Okay, so Friday nights with Phil. Oh, also, if you have a seismic gold Sidney Crosby 2014-15 Raw, you know a guy who wants one. Okay. Friday nights with Phil was great. We had David and Victoria. Victoria did. She ate crow. She had a little bit of egg on her face. So she fit right in. We all admit our screw-ups here. So she watched an outdoor game and had a great time. And she made slides to show that great time. That was different, but it was fun. It was good. And she left at 9:45 because she needs her beauty sleep. Big Pokemon show Saturday morning, so we had to let her go. And what else happened? I don't know. What else? Dave was there.
You did your OM-TV thing again.
Oh yeah. I asked Canadians and Americans if they knew who Connor McDavid was, and it was pretty funny. If you want a quick laugh and watch us be silly, go check out Friday Nights with Phil last Friday. I don't know.
Josh, what's that here? Is that Ogle?
It was Omegle, but I think it's OMTV. I think maybe they shortened their name, and then it was Chat Roulette back. I've never done it though. I mean,
there's still Chat Roulette. It's just you can see the person. No one's gonna click some middle-aged bald guy holding a picture of a hockey player.
They did.
Yeah, no. That wasn't Chat Roulette. That was the other one. Yeah. Which I do have to mention. Listen, my intentions are sound and very silly and hockey related. So I don't care how old they are. Like, I'm just having fun. Yeah. There is quite the delta of an age gap of older men and a different generation. Men, I don't know what you guys are doing on there on a Friday night. But.
Gavin saw you doing that, and he looked at me, and I could feel him looking at me. You know that feeling when somebody
like, what do you want?
I looked at him, and he had this grin on his face. I'm like, are you going to do this? He goes, yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna step it up. I'd rather do it in person. I feel better in person. Yeah. I put Mr. Bigglesworth beside me to show, like I have a cat. How bad could I be, right? I have a cat.
We had you on in the big screen right before we were gonna watch a movie as a family, and my wife was half mortified and half laughing that you were confronting like 12-year-old girls on the internet.
What are they doing on the? Where is their father? Yeah, like it was. I mean, one of the boys was like 10. I was like, kid, where's your parents? Anyways.
Hey boys. Oh shit, girls. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah. Well, I don't know. This day and age, it's fine. Or it isn't. I don't know.
All right. Well, it was entertaining. I think there's more for you to explore with that. Like you can.
I'm gonna have fun. Don't you worry.
Okay. Lastly, before we get started, a reminder that this show, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, is a Patreon podcast. That means we do rely on the support of the good listener and the good watcher to help us make this show go, cover our expenses, produce what we hope to be more and better hockey card content, and then fund initiatives to grow the hobby. You can support us for as little as $5 US a month. Be one of the first 999 supporters of our show. You get the Feature Watch Gonger title. You get to watch on Tuesday the next episode of Nails Behind the Bench, where I think he's going to have Jay on, right? Bob Louie, Top Shelf Cookie Sniper?
Sure.
Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen. And participate in all the games and contests we do there. Get to meet friends. Have people to shack up with at the expo. Not in a dirty way. In a friend's way.
I'm just Little Spoon no matter what. So.
Well, we're all adults. If you want to do it in a dirty way, I suppose it's up to you.
Yeah.
Like with cake?
Respect the yes, respect the no. And all is well.
There we go. If you want to support our show, just go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com. Click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page, or go to Patreon directly, patreon.com. Search for Hockey Cards Gongshow. There's a link in the show description, both YouTube and podcast apps. and TikTok, Instagram profiles too. Baba Louie, we have one new patron who's joined the crew since our last show. We want to give him a shout out right now.
Yeah, appreciate the easy name, bro. That card collector guy.
Oh, he's great. He's a regular on Friday nights. Welcome, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Good job.
Welcome, man.
Yeah, he wants to see my Patrick Waugh collection. So in due time, my friend, in due time.
All
Okay,
right.
Louie, what's the game plan, bud?
Game plan is to start off with get to know your Hall of Famers. Then we're back with the Weekly 7. After that, it's some hobby news. Then we'll touch on January's craziest card sale. Then it's some new product releases, the Gongshow Mailbag, and finish up with personal pickups.
Thank you, Baba Louie. One more thing that we put in after at the end of the show, too. So I'm a proud dad moment for me. I interviewed yesterday my kid, Sam, 20-year-old college student who started his own company, which I'm very proud of. I wish I had the guts to do that at 20 years old. And so I wanted to give him the opportunity to tell people about it and for me to brag on my kid. So if you are interested at the very, very end of the show, after all the hockey cards nonsense, then you can listen to me talk to Sam.
It's your show today. Have at it.
It's all about me.
Perfect. It's all about Josh.
It's like Louis' birthday month.
Yeah, the whole month, baby.
Or Sylvain. Was it Sylvain's birthday month? I don't know. Maybe it's
Probably
probably
Sylvain.
I don't know what you're talking about, so I
It's
just
probably
ran with
Sylvain.
it.
He's like,
I think
"Guys,
it's so
it's my
bad. I
birthday
think
month.
he confused you.
You got to be nice. You gotta
Oh,
be
you
nice."
confused me with I can't say that. Sleeping Beauty?
Sure. Okay. We'll start today's show like we always do with our Get to Know Your Hall of Famers series. It's where we're profiling every Hockey Hall of Fame player since the first class in 1945. We started again in 1945 and have been working our way since to the present day. For each player, we do a quick bio, cover why you should care about them, then look at their hobby market. Today's Hall of Famer we're going to profile is Neil Colville. Neil.
Yeah.
It's a name before prepping for the show I honestly had never even heard in my entire life. I was like, who? But what about you guys? Phil, you heard of Neil Colville?
I have not.
Okay. Neil McNeil Colville. That's not a joke. I promise you. His middle name is McNeil.
That's like the captain of my baseball teams. He's a newfie, and his last name is Broderick. And his first name is Roderick. Roderick. There are two people on planet Earth that decided to name their first name child that. It's amazing.
Okay. Well, Neil McNeil Colville lived from 1914 until passing away at the age of 73 in 1987. He was born in Edmonton, Alberta, passed away in Richmond, BC. During his career, he played at 5'11", 180 pounds, played both center and defense. Don't see that combo very often anymore. For the New York Rangers, in a career that lasted from 1934 until 1950, Neil would win one Stanley Cup in the year 1940. And in 464 career NHL games, Colville scored 99 goals, added 166 assists for 265 points. After his playing career he ended up coaching the Rangers for just one season, a little bit more, I think. Then was a principal investor in Northern Television Systems, which was a 4-channel TV company. I thought this was interesting, talking about him being an entrepreneur. So he slept in a bunk in the studio and learned to do everything from fixing equipment to hosting the newscasts. Filling the airtime without the benefit of extensive broadcasting infrastructure at times was difficult, and the station would run footage of downtown's Main Street or do live broadcasts of a goldfish bowl to fill the hours. Sounds like crap we do around here. Whatever it takes, I guess. So,
I got a bunk in here.
yeah. Good job by you, Neil. Why you should care about Neil Colville. Born in Edmonton, Alberta, Neil Colville grew up as a top local athlete and became a standout in Edmonton's competitive amateur junior hockey scene. In the early 1930s, he piled up goals and points in Edmonton junior hockey, building a reputation as a smart right-shot center who could both score and distribute. The New York Rangers brought him east in 1934, moving him from Western Canada into their pipeline at the time when the NHL scouting out west was still a major advantage. In 1934-35, with the Rangers Farm Club, the New York Crescents, he led the Eastern Amateur Hockey League in scoring and earned top league honors for his production. He earned his first NHL taste in 1935-36, debuting with the Rangers while continuing to develop in the minors and learning the pro game from night to night. By 36-37, Colville had claimed full-time NHL role, putting up a solid first season and immediately appearing in the playoffs as a young core piece. As the late 1930s unfolded, he centered the famed bread line alongside his brother Mac and winger Alec Shibicki, giving the Rangers a reliable scoring unit. In 1937-38, he briefly missed time after a locker room necktie cutting prank incident left him needing 11 stitches, then returned and kept producing anyway.
What?
Happy.
What? They pranked him, but they cut him for 11 stitches? It was just an accident, I guess.
You know, like the whole, like, you clip somebody's necktie? They must have, like, stabbed him.
Oh, that's what they were trying to... Yeah, that's... Like,
yikes.
Scraped him pretty good for 11 stitches.
Colville club climbing in 1938-39, scoring 18 goals and accumulating 37 points, and began receiving postseason All-Star team recognition as one of the Rangers' key forwards. In 1939-40, he remained a frontline driver, 19 goals, 38 points, and headed into the playoffs as a central piece of the Rangers' team built to contend. That spring, he delivered a signature run, led the 1940 Cup playoffs in assists with 7, and tied for the playoff lead in points with 9. The Rangers finished the job in 1940 by winning Lord Stanley's Cup, and Colville's playmaking through the playoffs became one of the defining storylines of that championship. He followed it with another strong year in 1940-41, posting 42 points, his single best season total, as the Rangers stayed in the fight in the 6-team NHL era. In 1941-42, he continued as the Rangers scoring leader before World War II pulled players away and interrupted what should have been prime seasons for his line. He joined the war effort, and during his service years, he was stationed in Ottawa and played for military teams, keeping his game sharp against stacked rosters full of NHL-level talent. In the 1942-43 season, Colville captained the Ottawa Commandos. Phil's an Ottawa Commando, but a little bit
Always. Always.
And starred in their Allen Cup run, producing big offense in the National Senior Championship Tournament. He helped the Commandos win the Allen Cup again in 1942-43, or he helped them win in 1942-43, a major wartime hockey accomplishment that featured many past and present NHL players. Late in the war period, he returned to pro hockey in short stints, including a brief Rangers return in 1944-45, as the NHL roster landscape shifted constantly. Yeah, and then he was also named a captain in 1945-46 for the franchise, which was obviously, again, in transition over the war. So as a captain and a defenseman, and I think when he came back, he switched to defense too. As a captain and defenseman, he helped push the Rangers back into the playoff picture, earned another NHL second All-Star team nod in 1947-48, played in the 1948 All-Star game, and later closed his career before being inducted in the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1967. So again, I didn't probably accomplish as much as a lot of other Hall of Famers, but his career was massively disrupted by World War II.
Mm-hmm.
The Neil Colville hobby market, taking a look at that real quick. His rookie card is in the 1936-37 O-Pee-Chee V304-D set. It's card number 105. PSA 5 pictured is a high-selling copy, sold for $788 last June. There's also a Colville card in the 1937 Worldwide Gum set, card number 91. Again, the highest selling copy is a PSA 7 that sold for $1,175 US in November 2021. And then the only other Plain Days card / type photo thing is of Neil Colville's from the 1939-40 O-Pee-Chee set V301-1. It's card number 39, and the PSA 7 is the highest seller publicly. It sold for $350 US in November of 2022. And that, boys, is your Hockey Hall of Famer, Neil Colville.
That was like a 5x7 photo, right? That wasn't a card.
Something like that.
Okay.
It's technically a card, though, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
Like
PSA
a jumbo
they'll grade
photo
it.
card thing.
Pay the fee, we'll grade it. It's a card for sure.
Jumbo.
Yeah, they're not going to say
I think,
no.
though, that TCDB considers it a card, too. I don't know. Somebody can chime in that is more of an expert in the 1930s hockey.
Yeah,
hockey
TCD.
landscape.
They also Daniel Alfredson has 58 rookie cards. Nah, he doesn't. He has 57 rookie cards and a postcard.
Oh.
Yes, it's a
Controversial.
postcard. They consider a
Controversial.
postcard. I don't think a postcard is a hockey card.
Okay. We're going to move on to our weekly NHL discussion roundup that we call the Weekly 7. We got good feedback overall from our last episode, so I think we're going to stick with it for a while, see how it plays out and evolves. I want to make a quick note, though, again, about who's hot in the struggle bus. What's great about this new format is it allows us to work those players into it as well. And so we can kind of hopefully have the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal anyways. Okay, here's our Weekly 7. I want to start out talking about Matvei Michkov and what, I don't know, kind of think is a disastrous sophomore season here playing out a little bit. So as fantastic of a year, of course, as our boy Macklin Celebrini has had, Michkov, somewhat of a little bit different story. In 54 games played this season, Michkov has produced 13 goals, 29 points, and is -7. That's an 82-game pace, boys, of 20 goals and 44 points, which is not at all a jump from his rookie year, which he had 26 goals and 63 points in 80 games played. Yikes. So we have in 2025-26, we have Macklin taking off and Michkov sinking a little bit. Now, much has already been made of Michkov's weight and conditioning coming into camp, which hit a whole new level this week as Flyers coach Rick Tocchet went on the PHLY, which is like short for Philly, podcast during the Flyers Carnival, which our guy Neil was at, all his pens in hand, trying to get all his stuff signed.
God rest the data rates in our group chat, eh?
So again, Tocchet reiterated his opinion that the young forward did not come into camp in shape. And then he put it out there that, in fact, Philadelphia had to hire a nutritionist once the season started to get Michkov's weight down. And while he was trying to lose weight, he couldn't strength train because you have to eat in order to build muscle. And so he eventually did lose weight, but then he was a little bit weakish per NHL standards.
That's been a debate. That's been a debate forever in fitness, though. Can you grow muscle with a caloric deficiency? Some people say yes, some people say no.
Sure. Well, according to them, so he came into the season chubby and weak, and then he got skinny and weak. That's how the...
Nothing's worse than a skinny fat guy, eh? Like a bag of milk? Oh, yeah. Useless.
Well, his time on ice this year is low for what 14.32. And basically what it comes down to, and Tocchet admitted, he doesn't trust him to have stamina or strength in key moments. And again, so what's disappointing to me about this is that if you're an athlete or any walk of life, there's a million things that fall outside of your control. And I get it. I think he had an ankle injury this summer, but I think if Sidney Crosby broke his ankle, he would find a way to work out every day and not just sit and eat Frosted Flakes all summer and come into camp.
You could ask me. I broke my ankle this summer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Phil did too.
And I didn't get fat. I might have gotten a little stir crazy, but I didn't get fat, right?
So if you're a Flyers fan, Michkov prospector, wherever you land, and again, we're rooting for him. This is not to say we hope he doesn't figure it out, but I guess you would have to hope it's a lesson learned for a young kid. The part that scares me, though, is that professional sports history is full of guys who had all the talent in the world, but were missing drive and discipline. And those are two core factors of every successful person in life, including every legendary athlete. So I don't know, how concerned would you guys be about this whole situation if the Flyers were your team or you had spent a whole bunch of money on Michkov rookie cards last year?
I'd be concerned, but it can be turned around with a new mindset. It's up to him to flip the switch. He's just got to take that step up in maturity. That's all it is. That's I don't know his character. I don't know his personality, but you said it perfectly. There are so many things out of people's control. Health and fitness is in your control. Mm-hmm. Like, even if you don't like it, just be like, I will make more money for my family if I just get off my fat ass a little bit and change, put some structure into my life, some discipline. He just needs a mentor. Now, saying that, he might not want one. He might just go, he might have the personality to be like, you know what? I want to eat hot dogs and potato chips. I'm just going to go back to the KHL.
Sure.
Yeah, who was the famous
that would be
Raiders
worse,
quarterback that was like the #1 draft pick? That
Ryan Leaf?
No. I'll think of it later. Maybe somebody mentioned in the chat. But if you're looking for like an example of where an athlete did turn it around, and it's a very famous story, and Charles Barkley, who's a huge NHL fan, by the way, tells it all the time, where he had the same issue in Philadelphia, ironically, where he was way out of shape and fat, and Moses Malone sat him down and said, "You have so much talent, but you're going to waste your career and opportunity if you don't start taking care of your body." And it was a light bulb for Barkley. And
that's awesome. I never knew that. That's great.
And he credits that with his ultimate, the level of success that he was able to achieve. So yeah, it is possible. 100%.
What was it? Was it Karl Malone, Utah Jazz?
No, Moses Malone.
I don't know who that is.
Moses, a Hall of Fame player, maybe even better than Carl, but same last name, different people.
And so the biggest thing with Michkov here is we're talking sophomore season. This happened so fast. We all thought he was going to be the creme de la creme too. He should, I would have pictured him playing up at a Celebrini level, Bedard level, playing like that. But it just tanked so fast that obviously something was going on, and he needed to understand that fitness didn't mean fitting this extra Twinkie in my mouth. It was getting into the gym.
Some people can do it. Look at, like, some people don't need cardio and they're just freaks of nature, right? Ovi's one of them, Russian, but most people, like, if Crosby did what Ovi's routine was, we'd have no Crosby. There's a big difference, right? That's why I love Crosby. He's a disciplined man. He has to be to get the results. Most people do. Yeah. Come on, Michkov. I mean, hey, it's up to him. The ball's in his court. If he wants it, he wants it, And if he's getting 15 minutes, 14 minutes, he's on the third line.
Right. Yeah. I hope he turns it around.
Zegras. Isn't Zegras the second line center? What's going on?
Yeah.
Not going to get a lot of points on the third line, Matt.
I want him to turn it around, though, because last year when he was lighting it up, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, more of these young guys that do better. It's better for us. The whole Tide Boats thing.
Do you guys agree with sort of the tough love approach that Tocchet is taking with him? Because you have to assume that the when Tocchet was considered and applying and talking with Philadelphia about the job, the number one thing has to be the development of Matvei Michkov. That's the biggest inflection point for the future of the franchise, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not Trevor Zegras, and he's playing pretty good.
He was like a last chance guy.
Some people don't want to be mentored. That Charles Barkley, Moses Malone thing could have gone the complete other way, right? But 100%. It didn't. It didn't. Yeah. So the person has to want the change.
Okay, Matvei Michkov is a 24-25 Young Guns PSA 10 pop, 1,192, 31% gem rate. Last sold for $175 on February 4th. Down about 13% from the start of the season, which is a little bit surprising, but maybe not given how he played. And you can right now buy 9 or so Matvei Michkov Young Guns PSA 10s for every Celebrini PSA 10.
Which might be a good buy. Maybe
right.
you know something we don't about him.
Number 2 in our weekly 7 is a player poll that The Athletic did. They did an anonymous player poll where they interviewed 77 NHL players. And one of the questions, they asked a bunch of questions, but I wanted to talk about chirps. They wanted to know who has the worst chirps in the NHL. Not worst as in the most vicious or scathing, but who's just terrible at chirping.
Dad jokes.
Sucks at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad jokes. And it's just like, what are you talking about?
Why is Timmy Stützle on this list? He's German. He can barely speak. That's horrible.
I have quotes. Believe me.
Whatever.
So, well, you'd think a guy like the Rat, Brad Marchand, would be named the worst, or maybe Matthew Tkachuk, but no. Out of 77 player votes, it's Ottawa's Nick Cousins takes the cake as the worst chirper in the NHL. So now, Phil, you have the worst arena in the league, and you have the worst chirper in the league. So from what you know about...
The most punchable face in the NHL was voted on him last month, and Nick Cousins won that as well.
Oh, really?
But so you couldn't hear me on Thursday night when I was talking?
I could hear you, but it wasn't chirps. He was punchable face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you're just acting surprised again.
No, I'm just rubbing it in. This is my rub it in face.
Yeah, so anyways, we have 3 of the loser winners. Yeah.
Well, now, do you like Nick Cousins now that he's on your team?
Huge Nick Cousins fan, yeah. Yeah, great guy. Well deserved.
Well, Well, so here's what one of the players had to say about Cousins. He said, he's a rat. I played with him in Arizona, so I know him. He doesn't even know what he's saying. He just mumbles half the time.
He admits that. He says all the time, I have no idea what I'm saying out there.
Okay, Phil, no, you mentioned Stützle had a couple of votes. Here's what a player had to say about Timmy Tantrums. He just kind of skates around staying stupid SH about people. It's not creative. It's just stupid, useless stuff.
Yeah. He's like a big kid out there. I love him. He's a great kid.
Marchand finished second worst with 8 votes, followed by Mark Scheifele, which I thought was like, what? Mark Scheifele? That's
the nicest
totally
guy
out of
ever.
left field.
He's like, hey, get out of the way, macaroni ears, you nincompoop.
Well, that's kind of the comment. So I have 3 different quotes from different players about Scheifele, where he said he doesn't use cuss words, which is the one thing that's important to know. And then another player said, because he doesn't swear, he's never chirped me, but I've seen videos of him, and I think it's hilarious. And then the last player said, I've got to go with a buddy here. Said another player of Scheifele, he tries, but he can't swear. It never delivers very well.
Yeah, he's hardcore Christian, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of well known. Yeah, good for him. I mean, yeah, there you go.
No wild players received any votes, so either that means, Louis, that we're really good at chirping, or nobody does it on our team. Which would you guess?
Oh, Foligno runs his mouth. Eck runs his mouth. But they must not be very good.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I would have thought Brendan Gallagher on the Canadians would be up there, but guess not.
So
Yeah, you
I
don't like
watched.
him.
No, I don't like him.
I
want him
watched the last episode, or I finished the last half of the last episode of Face Off last night, the hockey doohickey thing.
Yeah.
And it was, the Panthers beating Edmonton again. And this isn't a worthless chirp, but it's funny that this came out and I watched the rest of that episode because they had Matthew and Marchand sitting at a table in like the cafeteria or something talking. And Marchand says, I give out plenty of stuff. And, Matthew's good at giving it out too. He said, but before I came to this team, there's only one person that's ever said something to me that really got to me. And I've heard a lot of stuff. And it's when Marchand was going to the bench, and I don't remember who it was, kind of checked him, but did that like secretive sucker punch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when Marchand got hurt? And Matthew chirped something to him after he tried to come back out the next game, or when they played something like that, saying, never seen a captain quit on his team before.
Oh.
And,
Ooh.
I was like, oh, and Brad is like, that's probably one of the worst things I've ever heard. And I will never forget it. But then but then Matthew's like, well, or the producer in there was like, well, here's a good chance to apologize. And both of them are like, no. We never apologize for stuff we say like that. But
Post and ghost, as they say. Post
Right.
and ghost. Yeah.
I like Matthew Tkachuk, but that's a little rich coming from him. If I was a player and I was chirping Tkachuk, the only thing I would say is, if he started running his mouth at me, I'd be like, play 30 games and then come back and talk to me.
Oh, you get him, Josh. You get him.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah. You get him. Put him right in his place. Big,
The dude can't stay on the ice ever.
really bad guy.
Yeah.
My
Bad.
favorite chirp of all time is it was Team Alfredson 2011, 2012 All-Star game. Scott Hartnell. Suck it, Phaneuf. You don't remember that? It's like they hated
No.
each other, right? And I love Dion Phaneuf and Scott Hartnell. They're great. But that was suck it, Phaneuf.
Okay. Well, Phil, get ready for the next topic. This is exciting.
So it better not be a Pinto watch or something.
it's
No,
not.
no.
And I'm not going Homer on the bit, but this was, I loved every
This
second
whole
of
show
it.
is a Homer bit. We
No.
opened with
Oh,
Josh.
Louis, go Homer
Josh is-
because
Oh, here we
get to
go.
talk about Quinnesota.
We opened the show with your like anxiety attack of buying a card. Like,
Hey, I got problems.
oh, Quinnesota, yeah.
Well,
Gallagher
number
says
3
hi.
in the weekly 7. We're going to talk Quinnesota
Change the
here.
podcast, the Gongshow, Minnesota podcast.
Yeah, here it is. So we're going to start this one off really good. Now, check out this stat. Blew me out of the water. Former Wild defenseman Ryan the Marshmallow Thrower Suter. He played in 9 seasons after signing with the Wild in the summer of 2012. During that time, he became the franchise record holder for games with at least 3 or more assists in a game, and he recorded 5 of them. When we're so happy for him.
Congratulations.
Well, yes. And he managed this feat in 656 games. Unbelievable. Now,
shocking.
Quinn Hughes, who is with the Wild, if you didn't know, has also managed this same dynamic feat of 3 or more assists in the regular season, also with 5. Okay.
Impressive.
So, yeah. Now, the best thing that stands out, it's not hard to notice, Minnesota accomplished this in 25 games. Now, because we're a math show, 25 games equals 3.8% of 656 games.
Which basically says 2 things. That we've had no good defensemen until we got a really good defenseman. That's basically what that proves.
True.
So there you go.
Just to drag this on then, because I'm doing this for Phil, let's tackle another Minnesota stat. Before he arrived in Minnesota, the Wild sat in 25th for goals for a game, and their power play percentage sat in 10th. After he shows his beautiful face, the Wild now sit in 3rd for goals for a game and 2nd in power play percentage.
Yeah. What this stat proves is that as butthurt as I was about losing my hockey card, when he leaves us and doesn't sign this summer, then watch me hit a whole new level of depression.
He'll sign.
I think he'll sign.
I think he'll sign.
Depends how much he's liking it. I mean, do you guys feel he's smiling more and like just looking like he's having a good time? I mean, your results in the playoffs will obviously matter as well, but
yeah, my fear is as a fatalist Minnesota fan that we're peaking way too early.
Yeah.
Which is what the classic Minnesota thing to do, but I would think that knowing that he has Kaprizov here for a long time, and then I would think that I don't, like, who would be a better pairing for him than Brock Faber?
Well, you want a stay-at-home guy with an aggressive guy, right? So Faber seems to be it.
Yeah, well, I just think that you know that must factor as a defenseman. Like, okay, the Wild have this Brock Faber kid for the next 8 years, so if I re-sign here, I get to pair up with him.
Yeah, I would be.
There's other defensemen on other teams that he might, you know what I mean? It goes the other way.
Let's pretend that there isn't, though. Okay. Just for me.
Right. Well,
just for you.
Your biggest, I really do believe he signed in Minnesota to get out of Vancouver quickly, and he doesn't know if he wants to stay. I really believe that. I think he's just taking it day by day, and
sure.
Easy breezy wins this race. You know, I wouldn't even ask him if I was part of Minnesota. I'd just be like making sure everything's good for him.
Yep. Okay, then. So.
Oh, more. Yay.
Yeah. Since joining the Wild, he's got 3 goals, 31 assists, and is a +9 through 26 games. Now, Josh, because you brought up the trades, for the heck of it, I threw a little chart up here showing where the boys have been that left Minnesota and how they're faring in Vancouver. So Marco Rossi, which I figured would be the big one, he's only played in 8 games with 1 goal, 1 assist, and is a -5. Ogren, 26 games, 4 goals, 5 assists, and sits at an even 0. And then Zeev is 20 games in, 2 goals, 4 assists, and is a -8.
I still think Zeev is going to be really good in a few years. We just can't wait for him because we need talent with Kaprizov right now. So that's why this trade is, I think, ultimately will be a win-win for both us and Vancouver.
You think Billy G's going to do something there in the deadline after the Olympics?
He has to.
Mm-hmm.
How could he not, right?
Right. And just to finish this up real quick.
Pinto to the Wild for Jesper Wallstedt.
Yeah, you need a goalie. Hughes, Minnesota. It's a 2019 Young Guns with a PSA 10 pop of 3,547 and a gem rate of 60%. And the card last sold for $240 USD on February 6th.
Thank you, Baba Louie.
Mm-hmm.
love Quinnesota appreciation. Number 4 in the weekly 7. Well, speaking of trades, Phil, on Wednesday, the now rebuilding New York Rangers traded Artemi Panarin to California Daves, Los Angeles Kings. The 24-year-old Russian was traded for a conditional third-round draft pick and prospect Liam Greentree, younger brother of Seamus Purpleflower.
How old is he? How old's Panarin again?
34.
Oh, okay. Jeez, I thought he said-
They didn't take
24
Mikhail Dandelion?
No. After the trade was completed, Panarin immediately signed a 2-year, $11 million average AAV extension with the Kings. Panarin did have a no movement clause, so he had to approve any deal, and the Kings were his desired destination, apparently.
Why?
On the season, Panarin has 19 goals, 57 points in 52 games, but is a minus 16. A note on that, though, it's the only time in his career he's minus and plus minus this year. And in 804 games, he scored 321 goals, added 606 assists for 927 points. So, what do you guys think? Good move by the Kings. I can't believe that they trade him for like a third rounder and a prospect.
But for what they got rid of, sweet. But I don't know. We'll see.
The other part of this trade that I would be okay with if I'm a Kings fan is the 2-year extension. Because I think his current contract goes through next year, so he'll be signed through 37. What we've seen teams do in the past is make a trade like this and then sign like a guy to like a 12-year extension, and they're paying him when he's like 50 years old. So
Sure.
Yeah, he's old, man. These contracts are gonna. I don't know. That's just in 2-3 years, Panarin's not going to be a name anyone's talking about. It's just not
Maybe.
going to be like it's this. The time is now, right now. I mean,
are you saying you would have liked this deal 2 years ago? Something like that, Phil?
I know everybody in LA is happy. I know Dave's happy. I'm glad it's not a bigger contract than 2 years. You know, who's he going to play with?
Perry.
Yeah, I guess.
Corey Perry. There you go.
We can go hang out together.
Go find some moms. Okay, Artemi Panarin.
Panarin.
Artemi Panarin is a 2015-16 Young Guns PSA 10 pop, 1,254, 48% gem rate. Last sold for 87. Wow. US dollars on February 1st, up 10% even in the past 2 weeks, up 28% in the past 3 months. 52-week high, 100 US, 52-week low, 49 US. I'll never understand why the Rangers don't have like a hobby chase akin to the Canadiens or like Maple Leafs, something like that.
Who are you going to chase on the team? Zibanejad, Miller? No one's on there that
Fair.
worth collecting.
True.
But you put Adam Fox on the Canadiens and everyone's excited, right?
Maybe 2 years ago, Adam Fox.
Okay, Louis, you wanted to talk about Cooch?
I do. I didn't,
Number
obviously. I guess I didn't make any slides for it, but this is a great super chat here. It blows me away. In 2026, so January till today's date, for those that are confused, he has 40 points, 11 goals, 29 assists, 40.
Whoa.
11
crazy.
goals, 29 assists, and is a plus 17. 40 points in 16 games. So to put that into perspective, he would lead these teams in full season stats in just his 16 games. He would be the leader for Calgary. Kadri currently has 37 points on the season. He would lead the Kraken. Eberle and Beniers both have 37 points on the season. In Vancouver, Elias Pettersson, 34 points. St. Louis, Buchnevich, and Thomas have 33 points on the season. Again, Kucherov has 40 points alone in 16 games in 2026.
He's still not the NHL leader. He's still 2 points behind McKinnon, who has 93, and 5 points behind McDavid, who has 96.
Right.
You guys hear what he said yesterday or the day before? He made his comments. I'm liking these. Alex Tuck made a couple comments a couple weeks ago. They're not trying to make the playoffs. They're winning the cup. Nice bold statement. Kucherov yesterday said the Olympics is not best on best. And I love that. Good. Because he's right. He's bang on. Look at what Louis the stats he gave us. We should be watching this guy and his comrades, his countrymen playing.
Agreed.
You know?
Now, and it's even starting to show, I think, here in the Bermuda Triangle of Tampa. So he's a 2013 Young Gun, PSA 10 pop of only 573, and a gem rate of 52%. The card last sold for $700 2 days ago, February 7th. The card is up 40% or $200 in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think he'll still ever. I think it's way too late for him to be a big high. I mean, even though we're seeing it with McKinnon a little bit, but I also think we're funny as a hobby, because I was thinking about when I saw this in the notes, how two-sided, or how we talk out of both sides of our mouths, right? It's hard for us, for anyone, to mention Kucherov in a hobby context and not talk about the lack of a chase. But then let's say all of a sudden people start to go nuts for Kucherov. Then what happens, right? Then we complain that he's no longer affordable. Sure. And now the 2013 box prices are out of control. So it's like we want and we don't want players to be popular. Have you guys noticed that too?
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to say, but I guess. I mean, I would disagree a little bit.
But this is always one. This is one guy, though, that we always say should be up there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with more with Louis. Like, that's all we're saying is, yeah, you should be. I don't think 2013 box prices are going to go up ever, because Kucherov is going to have a new resurgence in the hobby. He might have like a month or two. Like, he'd have to keep doing this. They'd have to be unstoppable in the playoffs. He'd have to be light years better than any Oiler or Avalanche guy, and then win the cup. Then maybe he'd get a 20% bump. Maybe. I don't know. I know what you mean, but I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, but my point is, let's say his card price is doubled or tripled, and he got the respect he deserves in the hobby, quote unquote.
We would complain that
he's no longer affordable. All the Kucherov collectors.
Well, I think certain people would complain. I don't think any one of us would complain.
No, he's getting finally what he deserves, or he's where
I think we'd be happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, two more topics. They're both kind of Olympics related. Number 6 is just sort of an observation that I had. I want to talk about my feels.
It's the worst.
A little bit.
Hockey.
Yeah, so as the NHL break started before the Olympics, and we have 5-6 days before the start of the tournament in Italy, I hate this break without no hockey. I'm excited for the games. I cannot wait. But this week without hockey or NHL kind of sucks. And I think part of it is it's been an amazing NHL season so far.
Yeah.
It really has. It helps, of course, that my team, the Wild, has been on a heater for now. We'll see what happens after the break. But the storylines have been amazing. There's so many great performances occurring that I think we're really blessed to have this season to appreciate. And I guess you don't know what you have till it's gone. And, for me, one of the things that I've reflected on while there's no hockey is I think the most amazing part about this season is you almost have these 3 generations of players that are all amazing at the same time. You have Crosby and Ovechkin still doing their thing. 20, Crosby's having a better season than Ovi, but for Ovi's age, and it's not that bad. He's still doing his thing. Then you have the players in their prime. So now the Kucherovs, McDavid, McKinnon, Makar are lighting it up. Kaprizov, if you want to throw him in there too, and lots of other guys. And then we have the next generation of Celebrini and Bedard and this amazing group of prospects. That gives you, I think, confidence that we're not going to have a 5-year period where there's nobody good.
No, it's fun. You get the whole family together. You get the grandparents, the parents, and then the kids all playing together.
I don't know. I just think that this season so far has been amazing. I'm a little bit worried that the Olympics will be a momentum killer.
100%. 100%. It's a different season. Well, I disagree with Louis. 100%. It's going to be a different. I hope I'm wrong. It's going to be a different NHL season when everybody gets back. I think teams, especially in the East, I've never had a more boring. I've never had a more conflicting feeling. I agree with you how blessed we have been as hockey fans. Have a great NHL, super skill, 3 generations, like you said, rocking it out, giving us great entertainment, great product on the ice. And now we have this 2 weeks of just stop everything. And then they're going to come back. It's the most boring season to watch the standings in the East. The loser points are ruining everything. And I think when the Olympics is done, it's going to look very different for a lot of teams.
It could take a week where it's a little to get back going again. Because I think, well, you have a bunch of players. Like, if you didn't make an Olympic squad, you're probably in Cancun right now, right? You think
a whole lot of different mindsets have to reconvene.
Mm-hmm. Or let's say there's let's say it's a game, a gold medal game goes into overtime between U.S. and Canada, and it's a huge emotional. How do you come back and not have an emotional letdown when you're playing in Utah like 3 days later, right? From that, so I could see that
wide spectrum of human emotions. Just the people who aren't at the Olympics, they come back. You think they're going to want to hear, "Oh my God, okay, yeah, got it, guys, okay." Human behavior and emotions is going to. Maybe you're right. Maybe it'll only take a week or two to get back into normal. I think it's going to be quite the disruptor. History repeats itself time and time again. Look at the other Olympics. A lot of things changed after that.
Okay, but we can't have our cake and eat it too. We can't be excited that the NHL players are back in the Olympics and then bitch because it's going to be terrible when the season starts up again. So
I can bitch. Yeah, no, I definitely can. I want they should be having this tournament. I wish it had nothing to do with the Olympics. I wish the NHL every 5 years had a best on best with the country and had nothing to do with the Olympics. And they did it at the beginning or end of the year.
Like the World Cup of hockey, like baseball does?
So, we used to call it the Canada Cup before we felt sorry for ourselves. Then we had to change it, called the World Cup. But anyways.
That's fair, and I don't disagree with that, but that's not the way it is now. So how would you rather have it? Go back, because you're going to have the Olympics every 4 years for hockey, Winter Olympics. Do you want NHLers in there? Or do we just go back to college?
I think it's worth it. I think
No, it's every 4 years it's worth it. It's this close to not being worth it. It's this close. I'm a nose hair away from.
So you're like 55, 45 kind of on the bit.
Yeah, and I'm just like everybody. I'm so jacked up. Go Canada. Let's get some hockey. I get it, but at the end of the day, I want my Ottawa Senators to win a Stanley Cup. I understand my country can win a gold medal. I get that, but I am invested hardcore since 92, 93 for Stanley to come to my hometown. There's not a hockey player that wants a gold medal more than a Stanley Cup ring.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
One more topic in the Weekly 7. It would be a quick one, but I just thought this was kind of fascinating. The NHL.com did a story the other day listing the number of Olympians, sticking on the Olympics theme, for each NHL team. It's a little skewed, again, with the whole Russia thing, because some teams have a fair amount of Russians that would be in the Olympics if they did have a team competing. Which team would you guys guess is the most Olympians, Phil?
I can't guess.
Okay. I'd say my team's up there.
You think so? Okay.
No, I guess not. I don't know.
Oh, they're up there.
Yeah, they're up there. They're not bad. So the Florida Panthers have 10 Olympians on their team. Uvis Bolinskis?
You guys have such a...
We can't say
that.
Oh,
God, anyways, go ahead, man.
What did
Sam Bennett.
I see Minnesota number 8. You guys just swing the big wiener all year. Of course. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Go.
You got Sam Bennett, Gustav Forsling, Anton Lundell, Eetu Luosterainen, Nico Ricola, Brad Marchand, Sam Reinhart, Matthew Tkachuk, and Sandis Vilmanis for the Panthers. Golden Knights have 9 Olympians, and then teams with 8 players in the games are Minnesota Wild.
Yeah!
Let's go!
You guys are such bad winners.
Tampa Bay Lightning. If we ever win the Stanley Cup, we're going to be insufferable.
You're making
me insufferable.
You're making me not like Minnesota more, and I like Minnesota. Well, it's just like nothing's happened yet.
Oh, and we'll keep waiting. We will wait till our grave, but...
Dude, we're going to lose in the first round 4-1. That's going to happen. So this is as good. This is our time to shine. This is our time to appreciate our team.
Regular season winners. You got it. Let's go. Change your name to the Minnesota Pedestrians.
Sure.
Yeah. Have we ever not admitted that to be true? No. You got Colorado Avalanche with 8 players. And Phil's team, the Senators, you have 6. So if you're keeping score.
Yeah.
Teams with the least have 2 teams have 1 player in the Olympics. The Blackhawks and Calgary. Not shocking there. And 3 teams have 2 players. Columbus, Buffalo, and the Islanders.
You know, I always forget France has a team in the tournament. Alex Texier.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he's probably like, I'm playing with a bunch of hacks. Get me out of here.
Is there any correlation or meaningfulness to the amount of players you have in the Olympics on your NHL team? Do you think?
No, it's baseball hunting, stat hunting. I mean, I think it make an owner or general manager feel proud, but
Sure. Well, I think a general manager you'd be crapping your pants if you're the Florida Panthers and you have 10 guys that could get
you don't
injured
want
in the
that.
next 2 weeks.
no, you don't want as a GM, you don't want any Olympics ever. No, coaches.
Cancel it.
This is a massive inconvenience for all the organizations.
Screw it. Cancel it.
Yeah,
That's
that's it. Yeah.
Slab Sharks, the Gongshow partner sponsor, thankful for their support of our show. Current Slab Sharks weekly eBay Actions Live ends this upcoming Thursday night. I think the auction is separated now between sports and TCG, right? Did that start this month? I think it did.
I believe so.
I think you're the one who's supposed to know that stuff.
I know. Thursdays will be sports, and I think there's like 6,700 sports cards available this week, which is pretty impressive. I won't be bidding on any because do you guys hear that I won a card in last week's auction? Did I tell you that?
Should we go back in case
Oh,
somebody
you want to
missed
start the
it?
show over again?
Well,
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. There are some bangers though, and there's 3 cards that are so nice to me and interesting too, not just like your hum-ho sort of everyday Macklin Celebrini $20,000 cup card.
Yeah,
As
who
nice as
doesn't
those
have
are
one of
too,
those?
but I wanted to highlight 3 in particular and get your guys' opinions on them. The first is just an interesting one. It's a 2005 Upper Deck SPX Wayne Gretzky and Sidney Crosby winning combos jersey autos. Graded BGS 910. Well, so it's like technically a Crosby rookie year card. You just don't see a lot of Gretzky Crosby dual memorabilia auto cards. So I just thought, it's kind of cool.
It's a different one. That looks like a Gongshow Reloaded card that we should be inquiring about.
that would be something we'd grab though for sure.
That'd be the whole thing, right? Yeah, we bought one card. All the boxes are empty except one box.
Nothing. Then this card that I've been gushing over ever since Upper Deck started promoting ingrained icons, the Gordie Howe stick nameplates. I think someone told me this was pulled in Finland and is now on the Slab Sharks auction.
Wow.
That's a crazy card.
That's sick.
What do you think something like this will go for? Like what is it if somebody had this at a table and there's no comps, what would you pay for this card and be happy about that?
If I was a dealer, I would slap 15,000 on it, and I have no idea if that's good or not. More, yeah.
You think so, huh?
I think
7,500 US. I would feel really good.
Oh,
about.
really? See, this is why I don't do this crap because I'm like, come on, it's a 101. It's Gordie. How many sticks are there of Gordie Howe with the nameplate? Do we know?
So what do you think? Make a decision.
20.
Pick one.
20.
Okay.
Oh, 20. Okay. So we're all way off each other, and no one who knows who's right or not. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Although I don't collect memorabilia, I would treasure this card, and I'm not even like the hugest Gordie, but obviously you have to respect Gordie Howe. But this is just crazy nice.
The
Would you
original
smell his wood?
elbows up, and the brown on the card, the brown on the hockey stick. It's a good stick, good part of the shaft they planed. Yeah, it's good.
It's
Really
just
nice.
that the name is intact too and not super faded. And
Yeah, good call.
point.
Yeah.
To your earlier question, though, Louis, is this like could there be
Wait.
a lot of Gordie Howe sticks out there? I mean, he did play for like 1,000 years, so I don't know. There could be very few or many. That would be something I'd want to understand before I spent big money.
But there's only one part of the stick that says how. That's a big one.
Fair.
That's a big part, right?
Then the last card that I just think these are awesome, and we probably haven't talked about them enough. These black exquisite patch autos from the Cup, and here's a nice 2-color. Well, they're all 2-color, but Steve Yzerman with I think a really beautiful silver paint pen auto, and these are out of 10. They're from 24, the most recent Cup. They're the 03 tribute exquisite patch autos, but with the sort of the black parallel.
A
My
little
favorite.
thinner pen would be nicer. A little thinner, like
okay.
20%. Yeah.
I hear you, but this is not over the line for me. This is right at the line.
No, it looks like you went over the line with the 9
A
there.
little bit.
I meant over the thickness appreciation line. Yeah.
This is my new favorite, with or without an auto.
Really, eh?
I love them.
All they had to do was reverse the colors.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes
That's
it's simple.
crazy,
dude.
yeah. I still like the white ones better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, we're happy for you.
Slab Sharks is a seller's paradise. Of course, I just spent the most ever. Do you guys know that?
Well,
On
if it's a
Crosby
seller's
Prism.
paradise, is it a buyer's remorse?
No, I'm happy. And I mentioned at the top of the show, if you're not selling your cards in the auction, then I think you're missing out. Slab Sharks makes it so easy to sell your cards on eBay. Basically do all the work so you don't have to. Plus, if you're an American, we partnered with the team at Slab Sharks to make it even easier. Nobody thought that was possible, but we got it done. See, all you have to do is ship your cards to us and we get them to the Slab Sharks auction for you. There's no need to worry about the misery, torture, and hassle of international shipping. We torture Baba Louie and make him do it. And you can too. For complete consignment information, including payout rates, and get the submission process started today, head to slabsharks.com. Hobby news!
Or not. Hobby news.
Hobby news.
Not a ton going on in hobby news, but I do have two quick things that are definitely worth mentioning. I don't know if you guys saw this, but one of Wayne Gretzky's final game jerseys just went up for auction at Classic Auctions, Canada company. Good job by them. Now, this story comes from collect.com. So Wayne Gretzky played his last game for the New York Rangers. It was the final game of his career on April 18th, 1999. It marked the end of the greatest career in the sport of hockey. A jersey wore in that game during pre-game ceremonies and during the first period is up for auction at Classic. Now, he did wear 4 total jerseys that day. He wore one in the warm-ups, then this one at auction in pre-game and first period, and one in the second period, one in the third period. The auction ends February 24th. It has been authenticated and photo matched by My Gray and Neil Smith. Not sure who Neil Smith is, but the current bid is around $108,000 US as we record the show. Now, another jersey from that game, I believe the second period, sold for $715,000 in change in 2023. It's worth noting that Wayne's third period jersey, so the final one he ever wore in competition, resides in the Hockey Hall of Fame. I like that.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So what do you think something like this in the current state of collectibles and the hobby? Do you think this has a chance to hit $1 million?
With inflation, yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe a 700 large sold for the other one, but I can believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to price tag this kind of
You
stuff.
have Jordan jerseys that have sold for $10 million.
I was at Wayne Gretzky's last hockey game ever in Canada when he played against the Sens. Yeah, I have the ticket stubs.
That's cool. I never knew that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Do you guys know what they did April 18th, 1999, after this game was over?
I know what they did 2 days after April 18th, though. Thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, jeez.
They partied like it was 1999.
Oh, that was
Is that a song?
Was a Josh joke. Prince? You ever heard of him? Minnesota legend? The Purple Rain?
Oh, Purple Rain. Yeah, plays mean guitar. Yeah, not a big Prince fan, though.
What'd they do?
What?
No. He's kind of...
Oh, never mind. Now
I like
see
weird,
it.
but he's a little too weird for me.
How dare you?
Well, you like David Bowie, too, right? I love David Bowie. I just don't
love
like his
David
music.
Bowie.
Yeah, I don't like his music.
Hmm.
But I like David Bowie. Yeah. Ground control
To Major Tom.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like my touchdown call just got squashed.
Probably did. Good luck next time. Okay, last story in hobby news. I don't know if you guys saw this on Saturday or Friday, I think. The product chase from 2024-25 Extended Series has been pulled. The Alexander Ovechkin Young Guns buyback auto out of 8, inscribed 8 of 8. So it's kind of like a weird numbering inscription combo. It's GR8 out of 8 as grade 8 out of 8.
It's like a license plate.
Yeah. It was pulled at Weiser's Wide World of Collectibles, which is a hobby shop in Langley, British Columbia, Canada. Now, these cards were added to Extended as a chase to help celebrate Ovi reaching the goals record. Very hot out of the gate. Like, the first copies were selling for 20 grand privately. I think 17,000 US was the most on eBay. But then they started to cool off a little bit. In December, somebody picked one up for 5,700 US dollars. Now, the other 7 copies were just numbered. So this is the jersey number inscribed grade 8 of 8 one. Do you still think that this, like, if you, again, going back to, you pull this card, are you selling this for less than 20,000, or are you keep holding on to it?
You think someone's going to buy this for 20?
100%.
Yeah, I guess all it takes is one buyer. I still stand by my previous comments. This card has no relevance, and no, this card doesn't have many legs to run on. I know. Listen, everyone's freaking out listening. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, in 15 years, you let me know this card, the Hockey Hall of Fame wants this hockey card. No, there's going to be so many other cards that represent his phenomenal feat. This one will get lost in the sauce.
Okay.
No, it won't, and here's why. And I'm not one of them, but there's other people that are. It's because it's jersey numbered, Phil.
Okay.
Simple as that. I think that's why it's going to at least fetch 20 and not.
Oh, maybe. I don't think it will. It might. I mean, I no, that is not a hill I would die on. I'd get pretty close to staying on the hill to die on it. If you're telling me in 10, 15 years, this is one of the greatest cards ever produced and blah, blah. Like, this won't even.
For him? No.
I don't even think it's like top 10. Like, it just won't be. There's nothing uniquely identifying this card other than the lore that surrounds it with noises our face makes that have to be said.
Sure. Where I agree with you both, kind of, is I still think Upper Deck should have foil stamped this card with, like, all-time goals record.
Would have made a massive difference.
Would have made a massive difference. And so where I take Phil's side a little bit is on copies 1 through 7. Where I kind of jump to Louis' side is on this exact card. If he never, the thing I would be worried about would be meeting Ovi at a Buffalo Wild Wings and taking a Young Guns there and a blue paint pen.
Yeah.
And saying, would you sign this and do the great 8 of 8 thing? Now, maybe he has a deal with Upper Deck where he'll never do that again.
Nope, too late. It's already been done. There's at least 2 copies that have been sold. Check card ladder.
Really?
Yeah, dude, you don't know. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not uniquely identified enough. It's a little bit.
But if
this is also a great card. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. I don't want to be a conspiracy theory, but this would be a great card to do your best to try and, copy it the badge, the stamp should have been on there. Yeah. The stamp should have been on there.
Okay. Well,
just my opinion. No one gets upset.
No, yeah, you're allowed to have one.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to move on now to something we've been doing for 3 or 4 months now, looking at the craziest card sale of the month. So we just turned into February a few days ago. Good time to look back at January. Typically what we do is I pick 3 cards that I think are noteworthy, and I use crazy in the most abstract sense, right? So it could be crazy good, crazy bad, crazy ridiculous, crazy funny, whatever your interpretation of that might be. I said I normally pick 3, but I had to pick 4 this month because I thought there were 4 very deserving candidates. And picked the 4, did a 24-hour Instagram poll. You guys voted, and we'll go through the results quickly. But to cover the cards that were chosen this month, the first is a 2000 Upper Deck game jersey, Wayne Gretzky All-Star Patch Auto, jersey numbered, another jersey number card, 99 out of 99, graded PSA Authentic Auto 10. Sold for $37,000 US dollars in the Fanatics Premier Auction on January 23rd. Phil and I, we covered this on our top 5 show extensively. It's a jersey number card, so of course that escalated the price. But the most paid for any other copy was also in January too, was $5,871. So a huge premium.
That's crazy.
For this card.
Like, I would pay it if I had the money. I'd be like, yeah, I'll pay that premium for this. This is another perfect hockey card. Come on.
This is a great card. Are you a big fan of it too, Louis?
100%.
I
Yeah.
love
Like I would save the money on the game used jersey and just buy a plethora of amazing museum piece Wayne Gretzky hockey cards.
Bring, though, as much as I don't even care about the All-Star game, bring those dang jerseys back, please.
Yeah, the Campbells and
Who
the
wouldn't
Whales.
love that?
Oh,
Who
sweet.
wouldn't? Okay. Had to throw a Macklin Celebrini. We're still in Macklin Mania. So last month we had the first Monumental Patch auto booklet sell from 24-25 the Cup. And the public sale, first public sale, I should say, $27,600 US, which is a lot of money. These are out of 6. So that was number 2.
So I'd rather 5 Wayne Gretzky non-99 out of 99 game jerseys, right? That's how I look at that, yeah.
Then, speaking of OV, we had not a record sale, but still a big number, 2005 Young Guns High Gloss. They went by HG Glossy, like Prince, changed the name back in 2005. These are out of 10, of course. BGS 9, so for $43,920 US via Golden on January 3rd. I mentioned not a record. All-time high was $72,000 back in March of 2025 when he broke the record. So again, you can see how prices peaked and then they've come back down to earth a little bit. Still a big sale. And then the last one, which is cray. 1998 UD Choice Wayne Gretzky Star Quest Gold out of 100 graded PSA 8 sold for $16,714 US via Slab Sharks on January 29th, more than double the previous high sale of any copy of this card graded or raw.
I think this is the only Wayne Gretzky Rangers I'd be interested in.
Really?
I'm so turned off on all his Rangers cards, most of them, especially after I got the jumbo. But what a card. You know what happened on Facebook? I didn't know how to answer this. I think I attempted to, but failed miserably. I've said in the past, I haven't said it in a while. A lot of people, some people that come into our hobby and are very successful in their respective categories of life come in swinging pretty hard and sarcastically, and we have a silly, goofy, nerdy vibe in general about our hobby community. And then, if someone's very successful and I don't know, let's say they're a finance guy, they seem to be everywhere. They come in and they want to change the rules of the game and they get frustrated and, the 1 to 2, the 3 to 4 months, you know, the progression. We've all been there. And I hope you're listening. You've come out of that, the beginning stages of your collecting. Somebody who's been posting really fast and furious on Facebook for a couple months. They're a newer collector with a big wallet. They went ham on this card. They're like, why would anyone pay this? This is a stupid 90s card. It doesn't make any sense. Let me tell you why. Oh, dude, I knew it. I was like, you can delete this comment and save yourself. He got blasted. He got blasted so hard. All the old farts came out of the woodwork and just roasted him.
It's a grail in our hobby, this card.
And I didn't know how to explain. Like, it's not a refractor. It's gold. Like, I don't know what makes this hobby beautiful. The weird things we can't explain. This would be one of them. Okay, we can say it's iconic, but why? Well, I don't know. It just is. It's the numbered Start Quest. No more questions.
Yeah.
Like, I can't explain it. Yeah, and guess what, new guy? You don't have to pay that money. Go get your non-numbered Star Quest or not. I don't know. I guess what he collects is only the best. So
I'll give you a blue, red, or a green one. Just let me know.
The new Gretzky's, I know they're not the original, but the Star Quest are in the Oilers jersey. They're great.
Yeah.
Love them. They're great inserts. They're not rare, but they're great cards. Great cards.
So these were the 4 candidates for the craziest card sale of the month for January 2026. We did the 24-hour poll. Louis knows the answers because he does the pictures. But Phil, which one do you think won?
What's the poll?
Had the most votes?
What are we polling?
The craziest
which
sale.
of these is the craziest card of the month?
Oh, like the craziest price?
Yeah.
I'd probably go the Monumental Patch. Yeah.
Well, you're right.
Oh,
Took 38% of the vote.
yeah. Yeah, it's silly.
Followed by the Gretzky at 28%, then 19% for the other Gretzky, the 2000 All-Star Game jersey or patch auto, and then the Ovechkin High Gloss at 16%.
If I opened a tin and I hit a parallel patch insert of, I don't know, Anze Kopitar, I'd rather that than a Monumental Patch.
Really?
all day.
I'd
every
rather
day.
hit this and then sell it for 30
Yeah,
grand.
without
than buy.
that, without the trader or the sell it to keep in a PC, and let's say I collected Anze Kopitar, I would rather that than a Kopitar monumental patch.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
New product releases brought to you by Gongshow friend and partner GP Sports Cards and Grant's Hobby Shop Total Sports Cards combo deal. This will be a big week for Grand Shop with 25-26 SB Game Use coming out on Wednesday. A set we are excited to talk about in a few seconds. Grant has a fantastic price too, 190 Canadian. Pick yours up. I think it's 170 US in the U. So I mean that's the Canadian dollar.
I should be muling over the border. We should be digging tunnels, man.
Yeah,
They call me
highly
El
illegal,
Fifo.
but so no. But I get your point.
You can borrow my canoe tunnel that I use.
The
I'm a
Babaloo
kayak guy.
Canoe. Okay, be sure to hit up gpsportcards.com too to get your spots for Grant's Wednesday night breaks. There'll be some more Reloaded in there and a ton of game used, I'm sure. So this Wednesday, as we mentioned, we have the next major hockey release to come out in the year 25-26 SP Game Used. It's a set that we have poo-pooed in the past, so much so that Jason Mashra, president of Upper Deck, confronted us with it when we talked to him at the
I'd kind of like not to be associated with it. I have no opinion on game used. I don't like or dislike.
Look at you.
What? Do you have
we might replace you in the Babaloo Canoe with how fast you backpedaled on that one.
No. I found receipts of all your trash talking. I've trashed a lot of crap. Game used is
that
not.
whole thing started because of your trash talk on Upper Deck and Jason to begin with. So let's not confuse.
But not about.
the issue.
Listen, stay focused. Not about game used. That's not my beef. I don't buy game used. I don't have game used. It doesn't make sense why I would have trashed game used. It's you. What? You're laughing because you know it's true, but no one's gonna believe me because it's me. Go ahead.
No, because I'm good looking, and good looking people get away with stuff.
Whatever.
Okay. Again, Phil's trashed it in the past. But listen, I have
We're all ears,
said my
buddy.
piece, and I came into this with an open mind, and I came into it with optimism that maybe, just maybe, 25-26 SB Game Use turned the corner. So we're going to find out now. There is like 90 different subsets, and we're to Louis and Phil's great relief, and mine too. We're not going to go through them today. We're going to only, I picked the top 84.
Any of it game used?
Yes, Baba Louie.
Oh, okay.
So I picked out just a handful. The complete checklist, though, is available at hockeychecklist.com, which is like rocking. Holy crap, I can't believe.
Do you notice?
People using it.
Do you notice? There's no other hockey YouTube people that will use our website. It's like a bad thing. Like you. Like, I don't know. Like, you don't want to throw us a free. You don't even have to say Gongshow. Just use the website. It's the best website out there. They just won't do it. I don't know, man. It's a funny thing. It's a funny thing out there. I'm not using the website.
Let's dig into Phil's favorite SB Game Use, the 25-26 edition. We'll start with the base set because you got to, and it's fairly straightforward when it comes to game used. There's two categories. There's veterans and legends. So you get 2 base cards per box or pack. There's only a couple parallel. There's gold out of 149, and then rainbow, which is numbered to the player's jersey number. Then you have authentic rookies, where there's 67 rookies on the checklist. You get a base rookie, 1 in every 1 1/3 boxes. A couple more parallels. You have red out of 399, gold out of 149, rainbow again, numbered to the player's jersey number, and then crystal, which is unknown odds.
Ooh. Crystal ball.
Very exciting. Crystal.
What is crystal? Is glass, right? Like my mom would always be like, "Don't touch that. It's crystal." I'm like, "Looks like glass to me."
I think it's glass that refracts. It's refracting? No, it's a mineral.
Like a prism?
I don't know. No more questions.
Okay.
Autographs. You have base autos, all stickers in game use, by the way. So you got something to note. They come. There's
Catching
both base autos for variations in vets and legends, authentic rookies. There's blue, which is out of the overall odds, 1 in 3.75 boxes. Includes short print and super short print, and then authentic rookies again. 1 in 3.75 boxes includes SP. You got a purple out of 5, and then green 101. So here we're showing Macklin Mania, Macklin Celebrini.
Mm-hmm.
The only other auto set is New Grooves, which is one of the inserts. Rookie, it's a rookie auto set. 1 in 35 pack odds, does include short print. Memorabilia is the key chase, of course, and reason for SP Game Used. Many, many memorabilia sets. Again, go to hockeychecklist.com, check them all out. I picked out just a handful that I think are very noteworthy, and I think we'll have good discussion over.
Can't wait.
2025 Four Nations face-off cards. There's a number of sets. So they, as I think Billy said, they received jerseys from all 4 teams.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
You have jersey cards, which there's 92 players, and then there's a patch parallel out of 15. Now, this is someone who's astute, like Baba Louie, when he was putting together the graphics, noticed that the example of Nathan McKinnon is out of 10. I don't know how to rectify that for you because everything official from Upper Decks is out of 15, and then they sent a picture that's out of 10. It's a mystery. We'll find out.
But this isn't a real card. Jason told us. Just because it's in their press release doesn't mean it's real. I want this to be real, though. This is awesome. What a card. Yeah.
Do you like the patch window being a 4 for Four Nations? I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yes or no. I mean, I think it's better than a square.
Fair enough. Then you have jersey auto and patch auto cards.
Oh,
See that I would take this is because I'm just not a sticker auto guy. I'm not trying to besmirch anyone that likes them, but I would prefer the non-autoed version of this card.
yeah. There should be no auto on this card.
So
There it is.
that's great though.
Right here.
'Cause I would, if I pulled the card, I would sell it for more money, and then I would buy the patch version for less money and be very happy.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite though
I want
are the
this one.
Supreme patches. Look at this, Phil.
Wow.
I'd even take it with that name on it.
Awesome. Yeah. Look at that.
Game used
Yeah.
out of 15. All 80 players that they have on the checklist.
I hope this card exists or there's one similar to it. Look at the determination on Sid. Oh, baby, what a captain. Yeah. It's good.
Oh,
Good.
one more kind of tiny Olympics note that I saw today that I thought was just going back to again I want most desperately for USA to win. The only scenario I don't want them to win is Crosby to Celebrini for the golden goal. Crosby's the oldest player in the Olympics and Celebrini's the youngest.
Aw, that's adorable.
Isn't that cool?
That's awesome. And thank you for your sacrifice, Mr. Madigan, for the hobby.
Yeah.
You chose the hobby more than your country. It's very admirable of you.
No, I said I want the USA to win more.
No,
but
you
if
said
they-
what you said.
There's also cards from the 2025 Stanley Cup Finals, game used. Which features memorabilia from last year's Cup. There's net cord relics, 20 cards, both Panthers and Oilers players on the checklist. I love these for goal. I know, Phil, I know your point, but for goalies, I think it's cool. Right? And specifically having the date of the, I love that touch on this, right? So this one for Officer Bob, which we're showing on YouTube, has Bobrovsky. I do think the net cord is more relevant to the goalie because at some point the goalie stood in that crease where that net was. So I get the player thing is a little, that's up to interpretation.
I'm down with it on a goalie card. I can get around that.
Are you more pro goalie net cord or are you just out in total on these, Phil?
I think it's a much smarter idea to have the goalie. Yeah. But then my brain goes to well, did they lose? Okay, so he won that game 6-1. What if the other goalie had a net cord and he let in 6 goals? Do you think he wants that card made?
Well, that card would probably have puck marks on the card.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd want that card. Yeah.
Stewie Skins net cord card.
I 100% understand people who would. If I was a goalie, I would love these cards. I think it'd be great, especially with the date specifics. That's what makes the card.
Okay, I don't have this on the list, but there's another net cord that is from the Macklin Celebrini's debut game. Does that do anything for you?
No, it all looks the same thing. It's like a, I don't know. It's just like, look at this can of Diet Coke. They all look the same. There's no difference.
Well, any patches from the same jersey?
No, they're all very unique to me. That's why when I buy a card and I get excited, it speaks to me. That's the difference.
What does it say?
I don't see how a net cord card could ever speak to
If
me.
your cards are speaking to you, that's something to maybe consult your doctor.
I don't
about.
respond. I just listen.
Okay, there's also, I wanted to chat with this one with you guys. There's puck relic cards. Again, 20 players on the checklist. These are from the Stanley Cup Finals. Game used pucks. There's no odds, randomly inserted into packs. Where I'm going to be a little bit picky here is, unlike with the net cord, there's no date on this. I would be more excited if it had a date. So I'm sure they just had like a random pile of pucks from the series and then put them into cards.
I want to like it more, but
Okay.
Upper Deck is doing everything they can to make this interesting. That's not what I'm questioning here. It's just this card does not speak to me, but it definitely will speak to someone else. There's enough variety presented here to really hit a home run with every flavor of the hobby.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bash the idea of what they're trying to do. That's cool. It's just not. It's not what I would chase. You never know. If I ever got the opportunity to have a wild player in one, maybe. But you know what I'm saying.
Let's not talk ridiculous, Louis.
Well, that's what we do, isn't it?
I like how there's no doubt of what that is. It's a puck.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, and where I, again, will give Upper Deck credit on the, again, with Game Use being a memorabilia set, and if you go and look through the checklist, there's net cords, patches, jerseys, leg pads, gloves. They have the whole gamut. And I like that, right? Having a set that features the thing I don't love are the banners, but and other people can do that too. That were hanging in the rafters or whatever. Those things don't do it for me. But again, they're using anything and everything that they can get their hands on. So I appreciate that. Inserts, there's basically two of them. There's new grooves. Base are 1 and 4. There's a bunch of parallels: red $2.99, gold $149, rainbow $99, purple out of 5, green 101. And then NHL Masters, which is broken down into vets, rookies, and legends, all are just out of $2.99. There's no parallels.
Mm-hmm. And if you get crystal, Phil?
Yeah.
Crystal's a high-quality glass that's been enhanced with minerals like lead oxide, barium, or zinc to increase its clarity, weight, and sparkle.
Ooh. Thank you, Louis.
Mm-hmm.
There are some updates. Most of them are draft day marks from last year, but not any big names, right? And again, that's another big card, or the manufacturer patch of each letter for the player, the draft day marks there. Okay, if you pick up a box of 25-26 SP Game Used, here's what you can expect. You get 1 pack per box, 9 cards per pack, 20 boxes per case, 4 auto memorabilia tech and or autograph memorabilia cards, 3 base set authentic rookies and or new groove parallel cards, 2 base set authentic rookies and or new groove cards. You can pick up, as I mentioned, hobby boxes if you're at Etobicoke, like Phil will be next weekend, at the Total Sports Hobby Shop, or online at totalsportscards.com for $189.99 Canadian. Again, pre-sales in the US have been about $180, so that's a great price. And go gobble yours up from Grant. I don't know, thoughts. I'm pretty pleased with. I think this is a big step forward for the product. I think Upper Deck did a really good job.
I see a good Crosby with a Canadian jersey on there. I'm going for it, game used or not. I am super happy. Hopefully, I always feel a little guilty on the sticker auto thing, because if this is someone's first time listening, they're like, why do these guys hate sticker autos? We don't hate sticker autos. We've just been collecting for a while. Most people have. My personal take is the hockey player never picked up the card, held it, and signed it. And that's a big part of the autograph that matters for me. And that's pretty much it. And I also don't like the discoloration of a sticker on my card. Those are the two big things. And
well, I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because I've been thinking a lot about that concept.
Yeah, I don't want to knock it too bad. Like because Jason explained it to us, and I'm friends with LCS owners. They need an auto in a box for new people. You just and you can't argue that. If you're saying no, you don't. Well, you don't own a card shop, and they all say the same thing. So,
here's something like that I think is unique to our role in having a show that a lot of people listen to. And I think each of us has our own kind of things or quirks. And what I've been thinking about is, because I don't collect sticker autos, every time they come up, do I really need to remind everybody that I don't prefer them?
We don't though.
Or
We do.
the same with like you and grading or PSA or Louis with off-centered shields. I just think that I don't want it to become like repetitive on certain things.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah, we're not harsh though. We're not harsh on.
No. But I'm saying that it's like, we should be able to talk about sticker autos with me having to, like, I'm not obligated every single time to say I don't collect them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you're creating a problem that doesn't exist. You don't do that.
Oh, do it. Okay. Well, I was just
You
worried
don't do
that.
Don't. Yeah, that's not a real thing. That I think it's hyper inflated in our heads because we're trying to be self aware.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I'll tell you. I'll be like, just shut up, man. Enough with the sticker autos. Okay, sorry.
Well, don't say shut up because I'll probably cry.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, weep in your wife's arms as usual.
I don't shut up. I grow up when I look at you, I throw up.
Shut up. I don't know, but overall, are you guys pretty? I just think that like when you measure like how a set like this will be a success, I can see a number of like really big cards that the whole hobby is like, oh my god, that's amazing coming out of this. And I think that's the best mark of it.
Man, things are going great. Upper Deck's done just the box. I love the box. You got McDavid on there. It's nice and dark. It's good. Big wins, man. I mean, the last 2 to 3 years have been some of the best years I've collected Upper Deck cards. Very happy.
Yeah, depending on how those Supreme patches turn out, that's going to be a monster.
Yes.
Card from the Four Nations.
Yeah, because those aren't the. Yeah, you're right, Louis. I keep forgetting. Yeah, those aren't the official. Those are just drafts. Would that be is that a big boy
rough
advertising term? Draft.
Yeah, I do hope that they have one or two of them that have the just ridiculous patches though. So, okay, big mailbag today. Lots of new faces.
But you didn't say it right. You always go mailbag.
Big mailbag today. Lots of new faces. So I'm excited about that. Our captain of the mail, our man in brown, Canada's post own, Philip Schmarsh. Canada, Ottawa is going to lead the way. I'm turning it over to you, Phil.
Okay. So you guys can take it off of your 1.5 times speed, good listener, and you can put it back to normal. Phil's here. All right, here we go. Gongshow Mailbag. People talk. The streets are talking. All right, first question. Andrew. That's my middle name, Philip Andrew Marsh. Okay. What are some of the things a player has to do for your franchise for you to start collecting them? Louis.
I just like a good on-ice performance guy, somebody with identity.
Good answer. Josh?
Score a bunch of goals or make a bunch of saves?
Pretty simple. Similar to me as well. I'd like to... No, not similar actually at all. I like to see myself in some type of aspect of the player. So Brady likes to play aggressively and rough around the edges. That's how I used to play hockey. So I like to collect Brady. Daniel Alfredsson was a quiet leader and very stoic. I am none of those things, and I envy those things. So I collected Daniel Alfredsson, right? Okay.
You had me confused in your answer there. I thought you were going after like fourth liners, guys on the bench.
Oh yeah. Well, Brad Marsh wore number 14 for the Ottawa Senators, and my last name is Marsh, and we're not related. So I can. That's a good call, Louis. I should get a Brad Marsh number 14 jersey.
You should.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you were.
Yeah, I was, but then they get spendy, and I don't want to take money away from my hockey cards. Next question. Big Mac 316. Welcome to Quarter Pounder 613. What's up, brother? Okay. Hey, Phil, Josh, and Baba Louie. Love the show and all the content you guys put out. Phil, in one of your posts, you mentioned the hockey hotel. I'm reorganizing my collection, and I was thinking about storing everything in the hotel setup. Could you talk a bit more about how you use it and any tips for organizing a growing collection? No problem, brother. I got you. Also, I'd love to see more product reviews like the one you did. Those are awesome. Oh, when you reviewed
the hockey hotel.
Yeah. Those are awesome. Okay, keep up the great work, boys. Thanks, Big Mac. Appreciate it. Okay, I sent Louis some pictures. So you're at your house. It's mail day. You have your mail. Slide 2. Then you open your mail. Then you have all your cards. Oh, no. This is the part where most people get stuck on because then they put them in those white boxes. But not Phil and not Big Mac 316. because we're gonna get these hobby hotels. That's what I call them. They're not called that. They're don't show it yet, Louis, but the slide after this will show you what they are, and they're ridiculously expensive. But I love them. So after the pile, Louis, can you go back one?
Boop.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this pile stresses me out. I have this all over my house, everywhere, all the time. To just keep things simple and organized. Like if I had a wife or girlfriend, I'd assume this is big. Okay, never mind. Forget that scenario. I go through. So these piles, that's all Crosby underneath. That's all Gretzky underneath. That's all Marcel Dion. So I will grab those piles. And Louis, next slide, please. And on the front, so if you see in the bottom, middle, top, that's a Gretzky slot. So all those Gretzkys are going in there. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet. I don't know, but I do. They're going to go into the binders, and you can see 2 binders right beside. Then they're just waiting there in purgatory a little bit till I designate their location. And if they don't make it in the binder, they stay in the hobby hotel. That's how I do it, because I lose track of cards, and I collect Senators, I collect Gretzky, I collect Marcel Dion, and I put the respective player in the front of that. And they're very well made. Very well made. Next slide, Louis, please.
You put Wayne Gretzky in between Pinto and Sanderson?
Yeah. Well, I have 2 Gretzky slots. Okay. So it's $212 Canadian. That's insane. It probably cost them 88 cents to make. But anyway, without hooting and hollering at clouds, it's worth every penny. I even bought a third. No, I bought a 4th one. And I just have it in storage in case my future collecting needs. And they store all my cards that I'm keeping. This is also a good way for me to get rid of the cards that are just sitting in my basement. Because if I really cared about the cards that are sitting in my basement, I'd bring them up and I would organize them into these slots. And I'm not doing that. So it's a little bit of a self-realization as well. So
okay,
there you go. I hope that helped, Big Mac.
Yeah.
And they used to be about $134.99 not even a year ago. So here we are. Okay. Next question.
Sorry, get my bearings here. All right.
All right. Swifto Jr. Hey, gals. Is Victoria a permanent addition to the pod? What's the roster going forward? You're all Mr. Bigglesworth's butt. Well, ironic. There he is. I didn't plan it that way. He's getting too fat. He can barely fit in. Yeah. Anyway. I guess this is a Josh question.
Okay. Victoria, we like having her on the show a lot. And as long as she wants to hop on, we'll definitely have her on. She's not on today because she's at a Pokemon show, and I think a couple more weeks this month. But yeah, definitely every Sunday or Monday she's available. We plan to have her on. And I think the idea in general is to continue to expand the cast of characters that is the Gong Show, to bring a diverse group of people, tastes, opinions, personalities, histories, all that sort of stuff. It keeps it fresh for us, and I hope the audience too.
I feel the exact same way. We can't all be the same person. We want all the different characters. Come on, man. Our hobby it's a very odd place. We congregate, and we all have very different interests and other things and different careers and different childhoods and pasts. This is a beautiful hobby. So when Josh says we want all types of characters, we really want to embrace that, because everybody listening is a different type of character.
There's one thing we need to tap into, and people have alerted me to this and messaged about it, and I think it's spot on, is we need to take greater advantage of this very unique characteristic about Victoria, where she gets cards, which is nice, but she's very new to the hockey hobby. And we often forget that we have lots of new collectors that watch our show. And so what I'd like to do going forward is have a little bit of like Victoria asks questions she wants to know or something like that, that not only helps her get up to speed, but anyone that's newer to the hobby as well.
Like a guinea pig. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, there you go, Swifto. Next question. No, it's Vegas Collector. Hey, man. Phil, hello. Or the rest of the crew, if it applies. Are there any of your tattoos hockey or card related? Did I answer this? I may or may not have a bet that you have the Upper Deck logo inked on your back. Go ahead, Louis.
Nope. I've always wanted one, but never went in and had it done. I'm the only one in my family without one as of now.
Josh.
I have 0 tattoos, and I'm not against them at all. I've never known what I would be happy with forever. That's the part that gets me. It's like I could think of a tattoo I'd want today, but 10 years from now, would I still like it? Now, my son, who's 20, we'll talk to in a little bit, has a few tattoos already, and that stresses me out. Only for that reason, not because he has tattoos, but when you're 18 and you rush out to get a tattoo of whatever, it's like, oh, are you going to regret that when you're 40 kind of thing?
Okay. That was my follow-up to your answer. I asked, why does it stress you out?
I have no
Fair
upper
enough.
deck. I have no upper deck. I used to have a Canadian hockey tattoo, but I was quite intoxicated when I got it done, and it didn't turn out well. So I got it covered with another tattoo that I'm also not proud about. I have a lot of poor decisions and good decisions that I've made in my life. Any tattoo I've gotten pre 20 years old, I'm not too happy about. And you can see some of them. And my friends and I got tattoos when you weren't able to get a job, if anyone saw a tattoo. Now you can grow a beard and get neck tattoos, and apparently it makes you full of testosterone and gives you a rite of passage to be a man. So, I would totally get an upper deck tattoo. I'd get any tattoo at this point. I got so much silly stuff on me. If anyone can think of a contest or, oh no, Phil's got to get the tattoo now because he lost. Sure, let's do it. Let's have some fun.
Okay, can I ask you something about that? Like from a dad to a dad?
Yeah.
If your son Hasselhoff came to you and said, Dad, I'm going to go get a tattoo.
No.
Yeah, or what advice would you give him, or what would you tell him about that?
I wouldn't give him advice. I would take the car keys and lock the door. Yeah. You're not allowed to get one.
Okay, now he's 18. Now what?
Still under my roof.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. I would. Well, you know what? You both know my son. That's never going to happen. But let's say it did. My son makes good decisions, and I trust him. If that's what he really wanted to do, I would trust him that he's thought about it a long time, and I would let him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't worry about him too much. I worry about others, right? I'd be more worried. Where are you going to get this done? Is he a good artist? Is she a good artist? What kind of down payment are they looking for? Where, like, maybe we should travel. Let's make a road trip out of this. I would be a little more that way.
Okay.
Yeah, not like my buddy started.
You'd want to control the narrative, which is I would probably too. Like you would want to make sure that you.
It sounds horrible when you say it that way. It makes me sound like an abusive father, but.
No, I mean you can voice your opinion if you want, but even like for Gavin, I don't say anything. If he wants to get it, go do it. Heck, Joanna and Ellie went out. I mean, they make it like an outing. We're gonna go get a tattoo. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys can figure out what you want and where you're gonna put it, because
if you got a tattoo, you would get it changed 100 times. Because you're Optimizer Prime.
Oh, yep. And exactly. I was waiting for you to say then, Josh, this is exactly why you don't have, I don't have one.
Yeah.
It's because I couldn't.
You would get it on your arm, and then you would want them to move it to your calf, and then you'd want them to move it to your back, shoulder, and then you would, that's just the way you think. And it's like, and I could never even get to the point of deciding what I wanted in the first place. So I'm not,
can't.
It's not.
What about like an old Madigan crest? Just get it on like your forearm or something, right?
Yeah, if I did something, it would be for Madeline or for one of my other kids or something like that, probably. I wouldn't regret that.
Hasselhoff doesn't like, his mom's got a bunch of tattoos. Hasselhoff likes everything his mom and his dad didn't like, which I'm very proud of. Like, he doesn't smoke pot. Thank God. That would kill me. If that would be 10 times worse than a tattoo to me. At a young age like that. And he's just, I don't know, he's a good kid. So I don't think he's getting a tattoo. Okay, not that good kids can't get tattoos. Oh, God. Okay, let's move on.
Gavin!
What'd you say, Phil? Gavin, did you hear what Phil said about you?
Gavin, Phil wants you.
Okay. Steel ad. With 2025-26 Fleer Ultra announced as being physical product this year, yes. Could this drive the popularity value up on the secondary market of previous e-pack only Fleer Ultra cards? I'll go first. I don't think so. I don't think so, and I really don't want it to. I don't see this as a crazy flipper set. A lot of the card bro entrepreneurs in our hobby aren't really anticipating Flair Ultra. Unless there's a huge card that comes out of there, it's a pretty nerdy set, and it's not that spendy. So, no, I don't think so. Louis, what do you think?
To be honest, I don't think it would. I hope not. But frustration sets in again. A set I want dearly, not the whole set, but nobody I PC is in it again. I was sad.
It's very limited base set, yeah.
Josh, anything to add?
This is sort of the talking out of both sides of your mouth. I hope it does, and I hope it doesn't too. Right? It's like the things you like, you want other people to like. That's part of the human condition. But I like the fact how affordable Flair Ultra is, and I'm going to get a bunch of hate, just like with Series 2 on EPAC. But there's already a lot of people working to get their boxes, and what I'm hearing is hobby shops are getting hardly any to none. Like, that's going to be very tough to get.
Is this where I mute him, Phil?
I think so. I'm going to just kick him right out. Kick from studio, I believe, is the button. All right, let's move on here quick. Headphone activist. Love you, brother. Keep helping us, please. Okay. Hey, guys. I find it interesting how undervalued certain players are in the hobby. Not in terms of whose cards might skyrocket in the future, but players who are already had great careers and maybe deserve a stronger market than they currently have. To make it fun, could you each pick one player from 3 eras who you think is undervalued? One vintage, one from the 90s, and one from the 2000s. I will go first, and I will cheat. I picked 2 players from the vintage era, Larry Robinson and Dennis Potvin. Ridiculously undervalued. Probably Dennis Potvin more if you're of a metrics stats guy. 90s, Mike Gartner. Ridiculously undervalued, plus he's from Ottawa. And after Mike Gartner, I would pick Jason Spezza because that's a homer pick. I watched Jason Spezza play for years and years and years. He was one of the greatest hockey players in the NHL. Didn't get much kudos. Had a bad back. Just loves hockey. That whole Spezza family is such a delight from Toronto. His dad is the biggest Jason Spezza hockey card collector on the planet. And he was since day one. And that's, if my son was in the NHL, that's exactly what I would be doing. Yeah, the Spezzas come. I mean, yeah, great family. And he's my pick for post 90s.
You got to go to Josh. You got to go to Josh.
Why?
Josh, let's go to you.
It's going on the fly here, and I love it.
Oh, no. Yeah. I answered half the question, then forgot to answer the second half. But so vintage Mike Bossy, I think is maybe the greatest goal scorer of all time.
Thanks
and
to Chachi.
For 90s Fedorov, which I have an attachment to because he was like my first real big chase, right? But I still think underappreciated for what he meant to the game. And then since then, it's probably Kucherov, who we talked about earlier in the show.
Yeah. Louis, who are you guys?
Before I jump in, because you brought up Fedorov, it made me think of this last night. I don't know if I was on Amazon Prime or if I was on Netflix. I want to say it was Netflix. Have you guys watched the Russian 5 documentary on there?
No.
No.
What is that?
Oh,
Send it to me.
You will thank me later.
Yeah, happy. I will really would be excited to.
But my 3 picks,
hockey related?
The Russian. It's all Detroit and how they got all the guys and how people were given GM crap and this and that and. Woof. My 3 picks for vintage, I went with Alex Del Vecchio. 90s, if you're into defensemen, Sergei Zubov, and 2000s pick was easy was Patrick Elias.
Nice. Good choices. All right. Next question. Hope that was good headphone. Great question. Ugh.
Yep.
All right, Phil, we never got an official Hockey Card Gongshow update. Jesus. Did you hire a housekeeper yet? I figured the frozen tundra lockout situation was the craziest job interview process I've heard of in a while. So I was curious if the job posting is now closed. I will answer. I feel there's 2 questions being asked here. No, I've been cleaning my house recently.
Gross.
Because I feel that is money I can save if I just buckle up and just do it. maybe once every 3 or 4 months, I can hire a heavy hitter to come in here and hit the baseboards up better than me. And I think your second question is if I'm seeing somebody. No, I'm enjoying me time, and I filled my quota, man. I'm enjoying some quiet time right now, so that's good. And people say good things happen when you're never paying attention. Not that I have a pretty easygoing attitude in that department, always have. So maybe I should get a little
at
more.
At the big Pokemon show next weekend, you might meet the love of your life.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I would love to beat some Pokemon sports card or a Pokemon card journalist. That'd be great. Yeah. Oh my God. Hi. Are you Phil? I'm like, oh yes, I am. You can call me Daddy. Okay, here we go. Next.
Or not at all.
Mr. Brinklow. Hey, what's up, Chris? Hello, Victoria and the testosterone trio. Oh, okay.
Cute.
Okay.
That's okay. Here we go. Sorry, I just lost track there. I apologize. Yeah, bad timing. Hello, Victoria and the testosterone trio. Chris Brinklow here. Hey, Chris. I was recently listening to Elliot Friedman interview John Cooper. What a beauty he is. Coach for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Thanks, Chris. Friedman commented on a few hockey cards Cooper had on his desk, which sparked a little conversation regarding how he has always collected hockey cards, and shared his story of how he met Bobby Orr getting a card signed in person. Do we know of any other coaches or players that have come forward as cardboard nerds? Jake Paul does not count. I didn't even know Jake Paul collected cards. Love you guys. Well, I love you too, Brinklow.
He was that AI video of the breaker with the cup. I think
that's right. Yeah. Okay. As far as the king of celebrity of hockey cards, for me, it's our boy, great friend of the show, Ken Reed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Reed knows more about hockey cards than anyone I've ever met, and I would say maybe even more than Jeremy Lee in a weird way. He's
got like a photographic memory. He can like recite the back of a hockey card from like the 1982 O-Pee-Chee set for.
As someone who got nicked in the womb a little bit by the tism, I probably there too with Ken. Yeah, not a full blown shot, just a little shoulder nick, you know. Okay, next question. Base card Tom C. Question for Victoria's not here. Oh, we can still say it, eh?
No, I got the answer.
What?
Oh, she did answer. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, Discord.
Oh.
Base card Tom. It's okay, Louis. I'll just read it. Base card Tom C. Question for Victoria. What are the biggest lessons you've picked up since diving into the hockey hobby? Do you feel you have found your hockey hobby lane? Do you want me to read it like Victoria?
Sure.
Please.
First, I'd like to say thanks, Tom, for the question. I think my biggest lesson from watching others is that ripping product almost always never goes how you want it to. So it's better to buy the card you want. I'm slowly starting to get a grasp on what I like to collect. And right now I really like the Allure color flows, but I'm also looking at Slab Sharks to see what else piques my interest. Some of the stature cards are really nice too. Thanks again, Tom.
Hey, Victoria.
Yeah.
What do you think about Phil's dating life?
Victoria's left the building. Okay. Okay, so next question.
Oh, wait. We might have missed one because there was a Vintage Mark had a question about PHL.
Yeah, we skipped
sorry.
one.
No, that's my fault. I blew right past it.
That's
I apologize.
fine.
Okay.
Boop.
Vintage Mark. With interest in the PWHL and Women's Olympics rising, why do all tops and upper deck PWHL Olympic cards only have sticker autos? You've talked before about the obstacles of getting some players, especially rookies, to sign cards in person, but I don't understand why it would be more challenging to get on-card autos for women than men. Excuse me. The only on-card signatures I've seen for female players are post-release in-person autos and very rare upper deck employee exclusive cards. I answered it. I said it's a decision they made. We're just along for the ride. I don't think it's a, hey, they can't do it thing. I think they can do it. They have a plan. And I don't think the plan include hard cased autos right now.
If I had to guess, it's economics. It has to be more expensive to get hard signed autos.
Yeah, well, they just didn't see the reward for it yet. I mean, I'm sure as the sport gets more popular and more people start buying it, maybe they'll make a different decision, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's our best guess. We don't know, but that's our best guess. Good question, though, Mark. Okay. Next question. Mad Dog 78. Am I up to date? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most ridiculous reason you've ever bought a card other than a mustache PC? I bought a card once to impress a girl. It didn't work out though, so I'll never do that again. Yeah. Okay. No, I had no questions, please. Louis, what do you think?
I was probably drinking and thought I did so well that week. I really deserved it.
What card was it, Phil?
I don't remember. Josh, do you have an answer, or we're moving on?
I just make impulse buys, and I'm trying to get better at that.
Oh, that's boring.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
boring.
Next question. Knox cards. Do you think that cards such as autos, materials, etc., should be more limited? Josh.
Well, it's a delicate balance that Upper Deck has to manage. They need to put, of course, as many good cards they can get into boxes to make them appealing for us to buy. But then you never want to oversaturate it. So I actually think they've been doing a pretty decent job of it the last couple of years. So I would say they're doing a good job by them.
Good
Louis
job
and
by
Phil.
them.
Louis and Phil agree. Next question. Yeg Sports 77. Do you guys take photos of your PC cards and store them on your PC for use? For example, Dropbox, so you have easy access to show them to people. Man, I'd like to rewrite that question. No, I don't. I should, but I don't. Louis?
I do some, and then I just add them to a folder on the phone, or if I have time, I'll pull them off my phone and put them on the PC.
Josh?
My card post actually has a PC showcase feature, I think it's called, that they launched a number of months ago, and I've been using that a little bit. I think that's kind of cool.
I've also become kind of sort of buddies with Jeff Mullen. If you guys remember him, he's part of the Authority. I'm really impressed with their aggressive goals. I think there's some, if you go to their website, the Authority right now, they kind of have like a personal toolbox feature. And they are very, very progressive in technology. Their warehouse is like a James Bond queue kind of thing. I am so on board with Jeff and his team, and I'll be trying to look in towards that way for like a QR code. Phil's lunchbox. Here's his cards. Big things are coming, and I hope I can see how they evolve into that. But as of right now, no, I do not. Okay, next question.
Okay, hold on.
Instagram, Max Collectibles Cards Plus. Hey, gentlemen and ladies. Louis, talking to you. I was wondering if you had any idea if Upper Deck
Finally, I get acknowledged.
is going to release any more 25-26 Upper Deck Series 2 on e-Pack or in store. If you guys have Billy on next time, ask him if he knows the answer. Thanks, boys and ladies, for all your hard work you do for the hobby. Josh, question.
I'm pretty sure the e-Pack allotment is gone, so I wouldn't assume that'll come back. And of course, there's probably more hobby boxes out there, either at the distributor level or floating around with card shops. I think like big air stores are looking to buy some, but as long as Macklin continues to play like he has, they're just going to get more expensive. So there's that.
All right, we agree. Next question. Didn't we already answer this? Do you think the
somebody
physical
asked it
release
again?
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll answer. Do you think the physical release of Fleer Ultra will increase previous years' releases values for e-Pack? We all said maybe, but we don't want it to. Yeah.
Yes.
Next, Lucas Schiller. What's up, brother? Hey, Josh. Sorry to keep asking you to reach out to Billy, but whoever designed the bootleg cards could describe what the tech and photography is. Seems to me it's ever so slightly cartoonized, like Roger Rabbit. Come on, Jessica Rabbit, best cartoon ever, right? Do we agree on that? Anyway, but it's really well done on all of them. Go ahead, Josh.
Well, I believe the living legend Gene McLeod designed bootleg. But Lucas, you can ask Billy yourself. Very soon, on March 4th, during our Ask Billy Everything segment, during our 25-26 Series 2 live show, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Gongshow YouTube channel.
Nice plug.
Yeah.
Next question.
Thanks.
Mike Fleury. What's up, Mike? What country do you guys feel has the greatest potential to cause an upset in hockey at the Olympics? Go ahead.
USA.
Okay, once is enough. Louis, you?
Well, the USA because they're not the favorites. So
Yeah.
I also picked the United States of America, but Germany could get something going on there. You never know. Sneaky the Germans. Okay, let's go. Next question from Mike. Where is a good spot for Discord members to start a petition to not have to watch pop-up commercials during your episodes? Well, Mike, since we're friends, I could say don't be so cheap and pay for the YouTube Premium. That's your real answer. But I refuse never to not pay for that. I'll buy food for my child and YouTube Premium.
Oh. See, all I watch is YouTube, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of great shows and documentaries and this and that on there. So I found it just to
Worth
be
every
worth
penny.
it.
Every
for
penny.
it.
Yeah.
How much is it?
Man,
It's $12 or 13
12,
bucks or something.
15. You get YouTube, you get YouTube music with it and all that. But, if you're like anybody else in my family, no, I got to have Apple Music and we got to have Spotify and for crying out loud.
It's weird. I watch YouTube for the commercials.
Yeah, you're nuts. It's because you get scared. So when I was a child and I watched it on television and I got scared, my mom said, well, Phil, watch some commercials. You'll feel better.
Yeah, Josh also reads magazines for the comics
I do.
and the stories.
And the free cologne, he opens a little flap and rubs it on his neck.
Smell
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Next question. My good questions. Okay. Cujo Cardboard. Considering these players' draft years are spaced 10 years apart, Crosby 05, McDavid 15, Celebrity 24, that's 9. Why does it feel like the hobby only has enough room for one single superstar every decade? Louis is going to answer for all of us.
Am I the only took a stab at this? Well, if you guys didn't answer, at least I probably wasn't too far off then. My answer to your question is I wouldn't say there's only one superstar talent per decade. I don't think that's true. What I do think, though, is the hobby tends to price as if there's one main anchor or benchmark in that decade. Once the market settles on that reference point, the other elite players don't disappear, but their cards are almost always discussed as valued relative to that top player.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good answer.
I honestly don't know if it's more like manufactured by in a construct created by the hobby, or if there's just like a true superstar players don't come around that often. I don't know.
I agree. I agree 85% of what they said. You'll have to figure out what the 15 is, though. Okay, next question. Instagram. Aaron Breyer.
I still haven't found it. Let me look.
How much do you want for the McDavid BGS 9.5? Louis?
I gotta find it. Hold on.
Okay. Josh, while Louis is looking for his.
I don't know what card you're talking about, Aaron. I don't think I have a McDavid BGS 9.5, but since you're asking, I'll take 70 grand.
Yeah. Just send the money order to Philip Marsh. If you need my address, it's on most of my mail day videos. Better come ready, though. Okay, here we go. Next question.
Oh, boy.
Zedid. Oh, I like that. World War Z. Great movie. Okay, here we go. I lost the spot. Okay, I have a card with few exact comps. Do I trust my gut and hold or accept middling offers? Louis. No, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in trusting your gut, so that's what I would do.
Middling offers, tell them to take a hike and give a better offer. No one's trying to be the middle of something. You want high offers. That's what you want. I don't know. And if you don't need the money, man, don't sell it. Keep it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
What you guys said.
Instagram. YD_collectibles. Specific player, personal collection. Do you get the main cards, get them all, only rookies, or cards from specific sets and or products? I'll go first. What a loaded question. Oh, no, I won't go first. Go ahead, Josh.
Okay. I think it's up to you, of course, but what I would say, a word of caution, if you decide to go down the route of collecting every card, I feel like I've never done that, but for my friends, like I think Phil, will be able to speak on this, and Louis too, like even like with your Puckett chase, Louis, it feels like it becomes a burden after a while to those people. And so that would be my only word of caution in that route.
And to follow up on Josh, I agree with what he said, and it does feel like a burden, but it also depends on the player. So you are the master of your domain, okay? You take that in any category you want, but you are the king of your castle. So a very good friend of mine gave me great advice.
Are you just quoting the contest now?
I don't know. What? I don't even, you made me screw up. What?
I'm sorry. The master of your domain, king of your castle. That's from the Seinfeld, the contest, right?
Nothing gets past you, Josh.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. References are better when people laugh quietly, but then the person can continue. Okay, so a very good friend of mine once gave me very good advice, and his name is Jeremy Lee. And if you look up and he looks down. He told me this: you don't have to be a slave to the checklist. Hammer that in your head. You don't have to be, because exactly what Josh said. It's a burden. You lose all the fun, man. You do. And I have a recent example of that. Parker's Champions first modern year. I know in 11-12 they had a set. I went crazy. I mean, I probably spent $15,000 just getting a 90% completed master set. I'm still not done. I went crazy. I have to put it down. And now it's over. I'm not trying to finish it. But it's not good to be a slave to the checklist. And a player collect for me was Daniel Alfredson. I've probably spent thousands upon thousands and thousands of dollars trying to get every single one of his cards ever. Impossible feat. I do have every one of his rookie cards, though. That's not too hard. There's only 58 of them. And one of them's a postcard. Louis, what do you think?
So like Josh had said, I did go down that route and found it too stressful to try to get every card possible, especially with the puckets. That's the one I did that with. All the cards went into a box except the flashy ones that were cool, and they were never to be seen again. And now, hold that thought, I may have turned a corner on someone else and might be offloading and going a whole new route. Stand by.
You going all in F1?
Oh, no, but that would be... Oh, God, I couldn't afford that, Phil. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah, it's pricey. Yeah, it is pricey. Yeah, the way you're saying. Okay, well, I hope that helped you, YD. Kind of bunch of bunkers answers there. Okay, next question. Second last one. Healthy holistically. Oh, I did that. Yeah, Lee. Hey, what's up?
Good job.
Okay. What top loader binder brand do you recommend? Well, this is a Phil question. I recommend the gem loaders from Australia, but that's if you have like lots and lots of money because they're like real leather. So if you're a common person like most of us, the Fun Guys off of eBay. It would be really nice if they could answer their emails and maybe throw us a bone here or there, but we're getting used to it. So Fun Guys off of eBay is the best middle of the road. And it's pretty good quality for what you get. I mean, it's all full of carcinogens and plastic stuff from China.
Yeah.
But it's the best of that. Yeah.
Are they made out of mushrooms?
I wish I'd be eating it.
Oh my God. Let me see.
Well, they're fun guys.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Get it?
Mize.
Yes, Josh, we get it.
Mize Gerard. What's up, Mize? Do you think you forgot an L maybe? Oh, it is Miles. There you go. Yeah, I'm reading it off of here. Yeah, okay. Miles Gerard. Hey, boys. Great job with the show. Thank you, Miles. I love this hobby and appreciate what you guys do to up its exposure and give us more insight. Always good for a good laugh. Also, keep up the great work. My question is, in the next 20 years, what do you think will have the most value within the hobby between patch autos, emblems of endorsements, honorable numbers, etc.? Short prints, rookie cards, or parallels. What do you guys think would likely go exactly how... Oh, crap. Would think it would likely go exactly how I listed them, but curious your thoughts and everyone else's. Appreciate it, boys. I wrote freestyle. Everyone asked this question, Miles. We don't know. A cheeky answer would be like, I don't know, dude. Let me get my crystal ball. Like, we don't know. So that's why I highly recommend and maybe even give some guidance. If it makes your eyes happy and it gives you that silly little Peter Pan, I'm never growing up feeling like you had when you were a kid, that's the card for you. That's the card you should buy. And maybe if you look at that card, maybe that card has a parallel to it. And one card leads to another card, leads to another card. And then you find we're all on the same highway, but we can all get on and off different ramps. So I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'll give you an example. Rookie draft boards from the Cup 10, 15 years ago were one of the highest sought after items. Now they're not. Yeah. So if you were a guy who bought them all up back then, well, you're kind of poop out of luck right now, right?
Taste change. I'll still think that, and even though I don't really collect these, that game used patch autos where the memorabilia has specific provenance, that's what I would bet on. But nobody knows.
And Josh also, which I think makes sense. You always say playing days autos. Like an auto from 97 of Gretzky should be worth more than a 2012. You'd think, right?
You'd think.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Captain
job,
Stubing finished. Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
Personal pickups, Phil.
Ah!
Hey, back to you, Phil.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Nope,
wrong guy.
My card.
There you
That's
go.
my card. Yeah, Guy Lafleur, 2012-13 Panini. Earmuffs, Jason. It's a Donruss Elite, whatever. I guess they just own the license, threw it on there. But it's just a really cool card. Guy Lafleur is always smiling. He's always happy. He was. Rest easy, man. And I'm a big fan of the Great Outdoors movie. So, toque. He's wearing a toque. He's happy. The beautiful white jersey. Obviously, it's the modified white jersey. Just everything about this card is great. And it's numbered. Yeah, it's really nice.
Well, that's a post-retirement card, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I would hope so.
Okay, next card. Yeah, Guy Lafleur. Marcel Dion, same rookie, same year, but Marcel Dion, 2001. Earmuffs, Jason. Tops. Certified. Yeah, I know it's certified. Autographed issue club signings. I don't know much about this card, but I do like how Tops. They always put that badge of certified autographed issue. They have been very consistent with that badge on a lot of their cards, and I love that. I wish Upper Deck would do that. They kind of did on their 30-year anniversary there, but they stopped. Well, I guess it turned into a 31-year anniversary. So I would like if they did this kind of stuff with the Gretzky Grade 8 or the Ovechkin Grade 8, that would have been that nice little foiled stamp like that certified auto. Anyways, I picked up this card. Peanuts. Next card.
Hey, can I be whiny about this card real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I love it. The card's perfect. I wish they'd have put the crown in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been nicer.
Whatever.
It's okay.
What do we know?
Right. Pretty straightforward. Guy Lafleur, all-time Future Watch. I won't buy his regular one because it's a sticker auto. I'm a card snob. I proclaim that through and through. I do not want a Guy Lafleur sticker auto, even if it is an all-time Future Watch. It would bother me every time I grab the card, every single time. So I'm just not going to buy it, and I'm going to buy this one, and that's what I did. And the next card, technical brown. Upper Deck says it's a seismic gold. I call it technical brown on the 22-23 seismic golds. It's out of 50. Really nice centering on this. Some of them get pretty nasty. And this is an upgrade. I already have one, but it's off center. So I'm just going to slab sharks it, and you should buy it. And I think my last card.
Hey, hold on. Can we random thought this? Just because we say it all the time.
Yeah.
Random brown, blah, I don't like this one. I mean, I ended up buying a Heisher because it was like, well, if I want them all, I want to get them all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can ask Billy, even though he might not know, the reasoning behind the change up on this one, because everything else was beautiful, then this one, and then it went back to good.
It's because it looks different on their screen, and then when they go to print it, it's too late.
He doesn't work on O-Pee-Chee Platinum either.
I did
I
ask
know
him
that.
these questions, and he sometimes there's just like his doubloons from the first year, it didn't translate well into the print.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. A good question to ask him on. Ask Billy everything on March 4th on the Gongshow YouTube channel starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah.
Okay, my last card. Oh, my second last card. Yeah, big boy cards. Sidney Crosby Easter egg 2013-14. What a card. I just discovered these. Yeah, I bought two because they were available. And is it perforated? It's perforated. You can't really tell on the back, but you kind of can. You can definitely tell on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool card. Kind of looks like Malkin a little bit there, but it's not. It's Sid.
Are they expensive?
It was under $100.
Oh, it's really cheap for us Americans then.
Yeah.
So there's time for me to go buy before the show comes out.
If you can find one, I bought both that were available just so you wouldn't. Yeah. Got to get my payback here. Okay. So last card.
Go get it, Josh, right now.
Okay. Here, little quick story. So about a year and a half ago, I saw this card, PSA 8 or PSA 8 or 9. It wasn't a 10. The guy had $1,000 for it because this is a very, very rare card. It is a super short print. I can't find them much anywhere. There's a Patrick Roy one out there as well. There's a few of them kicking around. There's a Bobby Orr. I got this for like $140. It just popped up on eBay and I just snagged it real quick. I'm very happy. Love this card. It's nothing special. It's just got that old vibe O-Pee-Chee look to it. So I'm just really happy I didn't buy the one a couple of years ago there. Yeah,
there's two available, Josh. Go get one of the two.
Yeah.
Which
of
one?
the Crosbys.
Oh, is there some? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it for me. Yeah, those are my cards.
All right.
I just bought the OV stamp one.
Okay.
Did you really?
Of course.
Attaboy. Here, I got to fly back to slide 112 because it got out of order. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, my pickup here is a 2008-09 O-Pee-Chee Sidney Crosby. It's a 1979 retro PSA 10. I believe there's a couple, two
There's
Crosby
two.
retros. Yeah.
Two, yeah. Black uni, white uni.
And then there's also the Rainbow, which is out of 100, which are very spendy. But I just think these are great cards. And Phil turned me on to them. Phil turned me on.
Yeah.
That is.
Phil's got all the rainbows and all the Crosbys and all the
Oh,
Langers.
very brave,
One of the best screw ups ever of Upper Deck. Thank you. Who was it? Carvin. Yeah, thank you, Carvin.
Super,
He got
very, very
fired
cool
because
looking
of it,
card.
didn't he?
I don't know. Happy to have
okay.
the card.
Yeah, he's okay.
Bangers.
Okay, I mentioned at the top of the show that we have a little bonus interview with my son Sam, who's a sophomore at the University of Minnesota. Row the boat, Sky-U-Ma, go Gophers. He's a finance major at the Carlson School of Management. Wants to be an entrepreneur. Spent much of last year building a platform called Market Intel Pro that aims to give the average investor the same level of insights that the big boys on Wall Street, kind of the tools they get to research stocks and crypto and all that sort of stuff. And because I'm his dad, I'm proud of him. And maybe help him spread the word to anyone that follows our show that invests or has interest in the stock market or crypto market. I thought I would chat with him for a few minutes about what he's built on our show. So I hope you enjoy this conversation with my 20-year-old son, Samuel. Well, we've had Kobe on the podcast a bunch. Never had anyone else from my family. So happy to be joined by Sam today. Hey, Sam, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Well, Sam is, as I mentioned, 20 years old, currently at the University of Minnesota. Row the boat, Sky-U-Ma, go Gophers. And what was it, about 6 months ago you started working on a project?
Yeah. I believe it was September, I want to say. Started off slow and kind of ramped it up through.
Well, we've had Kobe on the podcast from my family before, but I've never had anyone else. So very happy and pleased to welcome my son Sam to the show today. Hey, Sam, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So about 6 months ago, you started working on a project and developing, I guess, well, taking the entrepreneurial plunge for yourself. And you have a site that, well, you'll talk more about it, but helps investors get information and make smarter choices called Market Intel Pro. What gave you the idea to start doing this?
So I've been investing for around 3 years at this point, and recently got serious about it, kind of, so to say, and started taking a look at other metrics and other forms of research, and
Yeah.
I started to see some improvement with my returns, but I was having trouble, doing it in a way that was not frustrating and not having to switch between 8 different tabs,
Sure.
dealing with clunky websites. And so I was like actively searching for what my website does
Yeah.
and couldn't find it. And so that's why, I ultimately took the initiative and started building it myself.
Okay, and you're a sophomore at the University of Minnesota. Row the boat, Sky-U-Ma, go Gophers. You're studying finance, so this kind of ties into your areas of interest in your studies too, right?
Yeah, correct. Right now, at this point, we're kind of less deep into it. Like, it's kind of
Sure.
surface level stuff.
Yeah.
But I do believe we dive deeper into it later on in the curriculum.
Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, you wanted better research and better information for stocks that you were interested in investing in, and you had to go to a million websites to find that information, and it was a frustrating process. So when did it occur to you that, well, maybe I could build a better solution myself?
Well, I have confidence in my ability to be resourceful. I was able to, I had never coded anything before.
Yeah.
I had, a little bit with Python in
Sure.
Middle school, early high school, whatever, but nothing serious. But, I kind of learned how to prompt it into teaching me how to do it.
Yeah, so you used AI a lot to help code this website, which is kind of crazy how much of a difference artificial intelligence is already making, where I would have to assume that because I'm your dad, you're not like a programmer type kid that sits and like makes your own video games or anything, that you would have never been able to do this without the help of AI, correct?
Yeah, it certainly would have been slower. And however, I would say the AI brings in a real big frustration point to it.
Because it's not like super smart yet?
Yeah. So you got to be really creative in how you ultimately, it's like forcing the right information out of it. And then eventually you start to pick up on things and you're able to notice mistakes yourself and go in and actually switch it yourself.
So you're starting to learn code,
Yeah.
right? Just through the process of working with the robots to develop your website. Have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur? Have you always envisioned yourself owning your own business versus working for the man?
I don't like people not like agreeing with me, kind of thing.
Wonder where
like
you get that from.
Yeah,
your mom. She's not here to defend herself, Sam.
If I have envisioned myself a lot of times working and having this idea that may improve something, and it not being heard, and seeing the results of that. And so I do kind of like to be in control a little bit and, be able to fix anything. And in fact, that's a big part of my website too, is I added a suggestions tab.
Yeah.
And so therefore, if, somebody who's on the website thinks that it might benefit from a certain thing being added or a certain like interface layout being tinkered with, then I can directly, take that into consideration and go make the fix myself if I think it's suitable.
Okay, and how you've described your website to me, and I think I'm actually a good audience because I'm not a Wall Street investment banker. I'm not a stock trader, broker, whatever you call them. I'm a hockey cards guy.
Yeah.
And I think that as you described to me is that, well, there's a lot, like public companies, they have to disclose most of everything they do.
Yeah.
And a lot of these disclosures kind of fly under the radar of the typical investor. And like one of the important ones that, and you can remind me in a second, like what the technical form name is like insider trading. So if I'm interested in investing in a company and 3 days ago, all the board members sell a bunch of stock, it's probably something I would want to know, correct?
Correct. Or, a big indicator can be massive manual buys before earnings reports, because that can show that, earnings reports can really fluctuate a stock a lot. Say Tesla kills their earnings by, 5-10%. The stock price is going to reflect that. And so what insiders will do is they'll do massive manual buys because, who knows a company better than the people running it?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Like, isn't the classic example, like if I worked at a pharmaceutical company and we had a new drug and it was going through FDA trials and I sort of knew that it was going to get approved next week, that might be kind of like a good time. I don't know if that's legal or probably illegal, but the whole idea is that companies know what's happening and they can predict better big changes to the position of their business. And the good thing for us consumers is they have to file these reports. Like when they sell or buy, they have to, what's the report called?
An SEC Form 4. So it's got to be filed within 2 business days of the transaction.
So I can go on your website and I can search any, like, what is NVIDIA? NVDA.
Yep.
And I can search and see all the like Crest Collette, the executive vice president and chief financial officer, has been selling some stock, Sam.
Well, I don't know the market's taking a big hit right now.
Sure. Okay.
And so it's not always a sure indicator, but this isn't the only tool on the site, and it's supposed to be used in coalition with each other.
Yeah.
And so in general, you should never base investments off of one metric or one
No.
filing or one form. And, I see a lot on TikTok of people, a lot of people like to follow the insider trading, specifically the government side.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people putting $30,000 into a stock because one congressman put money into it.
Probably you want to have multiple points of input, I would assume. Do a lot of kids your age or a lot of 20-year-olds investing now?
Yeah. The most common, the dream that's sold a lot these days is day trading.
That's bad.
Well, I mean, some people can get good at it, but the reality is less than 1% of them actually profit. And, it's extremely difficult. And overall, you're kind of my tool might help a little bit, but if you're a retail investor, meaning you're not associated with any big hedge fund, or, you're at a massive disadvantage because you have less information and less tools available for you. And this was my site was modeled after Bloomberg, which is a software terminal, and it is $30,000, so obviously not attainable for the average person. But I'm kind of trying to communicate the information in a clearer and more straightforward way that the average person can understand, as well as offer as close to the value of Bloomberg as possible.
I got you. So you're disrupting a little bit. You're taking a tool that's typically available only to big institutional investors and making it available to the every Joe, like your dad here. So outside of insider trading, what are some of the other big data sources and nuggets of information that you can get from your platform?
So I'll actually just go through a quick summary of a couple important ones. You don't need to necessarily go into each one, but for the 10K and the 10Q, those are financial reports for companies. And so that one preloads Apple, but you can search any ticker you want. And it basically, they're yearly. That's the yearly one. 10K is yearly. They have to file their earnings reports, and just because it's publicly traded, it's kind of everybody's information. And then the 10Q is just the same thing, but it is quarterly. And then if you go out to the quant screener and aggressive quant screener, go to the aggressive one. So
that sounds aggressive.
Those are the same things, but the aggressive is for small cap, higher returns. So it obviously comes with higher risk associated with it.
Yeah. What does small cap mean?
Small cap is, for me, it's under 2 billion market cap. But
poor companies? Just kidding.
I set the cutoff at 300 million because below that becomes really speculative.
Sure.
And essentially this uses math, as you can see, and metrics that are scraped to calculate a quant score and how strong the stock is. So for an example...
it's like a rating system almost? Is this
correct, yes. And obviously it's not direct, you should invest in, because it's math, and math isn't everything. But if I had to guess, that IRMD company would be undervalued from what it has been.
Okay.
At
I
some
see
point.
a minerals company. Those are, with all the computers being made, minerals are in high demand these days. So That would make sense to me.
Anything that's a necessity in the current market.
You even got tools for the crypto bros?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not as advanced as I would like it to be at this point. There's not as much global data metrics and APIs for those. So that becomes tougher to get. And the main one, which I eventually want to get, is around $1,500 a month, and I can't.
Oh yeah, that's spendy for a brand new business. What's one other piece of information or research tool that you think is really important about your site?
Well, specifically I would say actually the AI assistant down there.
Oh yeah, what does that do?
Well, there's a little button up in the top of every page that says AI Copilot, and that's kind of just like a shelf that pulls out and does relatively the same thing. But basically you can ask it a question like how do market cap and outstanding shares relate, or something like that. Stuff that clarifying questions on stuff you might not be 100% confident in your knowledge of.
Yeah.
And if you ask it like which tool is for which tool tells me the revenue of NVIDIA's third quarter or whatever, then it would point you towards the 10Q. Or if you scroll up a little bit.
Yep.
You can change the mode it's in, so you can do general information, the risk. So like,
sure.
How does this indicate risk? How is market cap an indicator of risk? And then learn. And then actually pointing towards one more important thing up there in the global navigation bar, the Learn tab.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so you've built a whole bunch of... Geez, kid, you've worked hard on this. How many hours do you put in this website?
I think my software says about 700.
Wow. That's good work ethic. That makes me proud that you're working so hard to develop a great tool for people. So if anyone wants to check out Market Intel Pro, they just go to marketintelpro.com, right?
Correct.
And how do you make money on this? Like, how's it a business?
So it's subscription based. It is there is a 7-day free trial that's cancelable anytime, because I do want people to be able to, know what they're buying, know if it's useful to them, and kind of test the waters a little bit.
Yeah.
But you can find it at Market Intel Pro on all socials. I believe Instagram is Market Intel Pro _. But basically, it's the recurring revenue model.
So it's a subscription. How much is it a month?
$14.99, and then $152.90 for a 12-month. So roughly,
is that a little bit of a deal?
15% off.
Sure. Well, that's not a bad way to go about it. I did notice there's no hockey card reports on this platform. Is that coming in the future, or?
I don't know. Might take some investors for that.
Well, you know what I did hear, Sam, that there are like real Wall Street people that are looking to start not hockey cards, but sports cards and trading cards hedge funds, like where they invest into. So who knows? That might be coming and could be a report on Market Intel Pro someday, huh?
I mean, anything that appreciates can be an investment, and so that makes sense. But it's the regular stock market is basically just larger scale sports card market.
Yeah, you follow your favorite stocks like you follow your favorite player, right?
Right, and news can be bullish or bearish to hockey
sentiment,
cards,
right?
and
Panic
they can be bullish or bearish. So let's say, a football player gets a DUI and, an indicator that they're going to continue to get in trouble, then, their card might take a hit, essentially.
Sure. Who is your favorite hockey player?
Pavel Datsyuk.
Why?
He's the hockey Kyrie.
Okay. And how did you become a fan of Pavel Datsyuk?
NHL 15. It was the 13. That one was on PS3. But yeah, I was a Red Wings because Grandpa had tickets. Season tickets to there, and so he kind of talked to me about the Red Wings, and I just kind of attributed myself with it. And
that's a good player, Pavel Datsyuk, a great playmaker, and so you call him the Kyrie of the NHL. Okay, Sam, proud of you, and it's a big step at such a young age to put yourself out there, chase your dreams. You worked very, very hard on a platform, and I believe that this is a clear sign of success for you in your future. Anyone that's willing to work hard and put themselves out there and take a risk, if you just keep at it, will be very successful. And if you are the investor type and you want better information, who doesn't? Who doesn't want some inside
Not
info?
only better, but in a way you can understand too.
There you go. And then you've got the robots there to help you too when you have questions. Go to marketintelpro.com. There's a 7-day free trial. It's $14.99 per month after that. I don't get any. When this is very successful, you're going to take care of your old man?
Sure.
Oh,
I'll maybe fix the car I ran into the.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. All the stuff of mine you broke in your life, you can fix, and we'll call it good there. All right, Sam, thank you for joining.
Yep, for sure.
Thank you to Sam. I think he did a good job, and I'm very proud of him. I wish that I would have had the courage to put myself out there and to try to start a company at 20. And what I keep telling him is no matter how this works, and he's done an incredible job. It's very, very impressive what he's done. And there's no reason to think it won't work. But I said that if he keeps this mentality throughout his life and starting at 20 years old, that I have a great degree of confidence in his success.
My dad always said the road to hell. When he looked at me, he'd just shake his head. He'd say the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Josh.
Yeah, but again, it's if I could go back in time, I would have done what he's doing, and so my best of luck to him. And he really wants to help people, so that's a good thing too.
Is it? Did you post that? So Louie and I haven't watched it. Did you post it in the library? Can we watch it after?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, Sam, I will check that out for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Good job on you cleaning your room up there, buddy.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Talking to me?
No,
Sam.
he did it from his bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's 20.
So he still lives at home. That's how he can start a business. Yeah, can I move in? I need to start a business.
He just moved back home to save money, so he's smarter than I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
Than I am too. Hey Phil, do you have fun?
Yeah. What's that?
Do you have fun?
Yeah, I had fun.
Good. If you like the episode,
I'll catch you one day. I'll catch it one day.
No, you won't.
No.
Mm-mm. If you like the episode, please leave a rating and review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. If you love the show, you want to support with us, you want to get to know Baba Louie on a DM level, you want to slide into his DMs on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server, please consider a $5 a month donation. Join at our $999 support level tier on Patreon. Link is in the show description, Instagram, TikTok profiles, on our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, or on Patreon, patreon.com. Search for Hockey Cards Gongshow. We're old but cool guys, and I guess we're on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And boys, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast is a production of Dogbox Ventures, LLC. Have an amazing start to your week. Baba Louie, take us out. Oh, yeah, buy Reloaded.
Yeah, buy Reloaded. Join Patreon Gongshow.
Okay.
Bye.
It's the Gong Show. We're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire. No holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth, he's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gong Show Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gong Show. Let's go, let's go. Wanna say them in show.